Hello, 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 good evening, morning, noon, or night, and welcome to r/ Am I Invisible? Oh my god, no, don't scuff it. Ah, where'd it go? Oh, what happened? Alright, let's see. Yeah. Oh my god, it's being scuffy, sorry. Alright, let me just hide that. What the? Oh, hold on. I think I know what's happened. Ah. Shoot, what the fuck you doing? Oh my god, OBS, why? Why are you like this, OBS? This is why we can't have nice things. Oh my god, alright. Alright, there we go. Hello. Oh my god. I have no idea what happened, honestly. I updated OBS, that clearly was a mistake. But yes, hi Nix, hi Lex, hi Az, hi Sean, hi Ghosty, hi Rin, hi Nova. Oh, thank you for the prime server, I appreciate you, thank you. Mwah. Hi Katie, hi Haya, hi Aster, hi Amin, hi Nazmin. Welcome. Well, scuff aside, apologies for the late start. I basically got distracted working on that dumb little wake me up video, and then like suddenly it was like 5 minutes till 8, and I had not had food yet, and it was like, whoops. It's like, oh shit, I don't want to subject everyone to like 10 minutes of choking on nuggets ASMR. That sounds like the worst thing ever. So so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take my L. I was eating, technically I wasn't eating nuggets, I was eating like leftover chicky bits. And they're nice leftover chicky bits. But how's everyone been? I hope you've all been absolutely fantastic. Oh, fuck you, shit. Don't make me show the loss on screen. Oh yes, to my lovely folks who have access to either of my Twitter or my Discord. Did you like my my cheeky work doodle? Eh? Do you like my masterpiece? My work of art? Well, as I had to Lloyd everyone who commented, it was a requirement. Bring back the teen turd age back. Oh, come on. Was it not happiness? Was it not joy? Did it not bring joy? I mean, it brought joy to me. And of course, I am in the business of sharing the love. So, to anyone who's not in my Discord or haven't seen it, it's okay. I got you, boo. Let me introduce you to a work of art. I drew something dumb at work. just no. Oh my god, like, you don't understand. I was like dying of laughter at every single comment on that. You kidding? Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Well, of course, in the realm of the Lloyd horse, and just chaos in general, Welcome to the r/am I the arsehole stream, where we read AITA stories and essentially just why are you trying to ban yourself? You can't do that. You're here forever.
Snoodle's always up for a yarn about Lloyd, the one and only Lloyd Frontera. He's like a legend in snake circles, mate. A real slippery hero.
Look at Snoodle politicianing that answer. Oh my god. Who the fuck is Lloyd? Oh,
Oi, mate,
Rin.
Snoodle's not a fan of soul-binding contracts. Best chat with a wizard or two to sort that out. Snoodle's sticking to naps, not legal loopholes.
Oh, you don't know about Lloyd, my dear and wonderful friend. Do not derail too hard. All I need to say or show is Lloyd is a man. He's an interesting man who pulls interesting faces. Like this. This is a face that belongs to Lloyd. This is Ghosty drew me as Lloyd. He is, in the most amazing way possible, the fuggliest man I have ever seen. And I have never gotten so much joy from a man's face before. But damn. Oh, let's be honest, Sean, a mother would hesitate. He's from the greatest estate developer. Hi Scarlett, how are you? Welcome. And thank you for the rose, darling. I appreciate it. Like, honestly, like, for lack of... It's just... How do I describe? Like, the joy of sending that man's face to people is... You will always get a hilarious reaction, let's put it that way. But essentially, Rin, TLDR, he's the main character in the webcomic, The Greatest Estate Developer. And he pulls some really ugly faces. And those faces are so ugly, they're hilarious, honestly. That's the TLDR on our Lloydie boy. Yeah, I believe in the comics channel there's a whole bunch of screenshots of his ugly ass face. Lloyd has encouraged me to see a therapist. Best part is, like, unironically, it's actually a really good story. It's funny. He has a face that looks like arse, but his arse is actually canonically out of this world. Which is really funny. Hi, Shara, how are you? Welcome. Alrighty, so, without further ado, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for laughing in my cousin's face when she tried to stage an intervention for my quote-unquote drug use? I, 27 male, have a condition which causes me to overproduce earwax. I don't tell people about it because I was bullied for it growing up. Only my wife and parents know. Every other day I have to put medication in each ear, let it sit, then flush it out with a rubber-tipped syringe. This prevents ear infections, vertigo, permanent hearing loss, and worsening of my tinnitus. I've dealt with all these things to some extent, so I stay on top of my eardrop regimen. If my alarm goes off when I'm with others, I go to the bathroom for 20 minutes and knock it out. If I don't follow my schedule, I forget, so I can't put it off. 2 weeks ago, my mum hosted family dinner. My cousin Cara, 37 female, saw me waltz off to the bathroom to do my thing, syringe in hand, and asked what I was doing. I said just a minor medical thing. She kept pushing, but I didn't want to say anything because she gossips. I told her it's personal and scooted past. When I left, she was standing in the hallway. She asked what took so long and why the toilet didn't flush. I said none of her business. She said she didn't mean to offend. Last weekend, my friend called me to invite me out to lunch with some buddies. He said to meet up at his house so we wouldn't have to drive separately.
I arrive at his house to find Kara and my friend sitting solemnly on the couch. Kara said that they were here to talk about my quote-unquote problem and that they just wanted to help.
I said, there is no problem. Suddenly it clicked in my head what this was all about. I couldn't help but laugh a little bit out of shock. She asked me what was so funny, and I said, first of all, why don't you talk to my wife or my parents? She said she didn't want to involve my quote-unquote enablers, which just made me laugh harder. She looked annoyed and said she was done trying to help. I said that's alright by me, and then she stormed out. I explained to my friends. They knew I have a condition, but never pressed me on it. I guess when Kara approached them, they thought I was lying. Obviously, I'd rather they know than worry about me being an addict when I'm not. I thanked them for their support anyways. Kara had apparently reached all of my friends through my social media. We all got a good hearty laugh out of it, which Kara must have heard because she was, of course, eavesdropping. She burst back in and told me to tell them the truth, to which I said I did. My friend kicked her out. We went for lunch and I thought that was that. My mum called me yesterday and told me she'd talked to Kara about the whole thing and explained. She said that Kara was very upset with me and essentially called me an arsehole for not explaining and laughing in her face and embarrassing her. I said I was embarrassed and that Kara had no right to my info. I think she shouldn't go around snooping and making assumptions. My mum still thinks I should apologize. ETA. She didn't see my alarm go off, just ran in. As a heads up, she didn't see my alarm go off, she just ran into me on her way from the kitchen. My alarm isn't for dinner time, it's for 9:15 PM. I do it at home most of the time. Not the arsehole, what the fuck? Got you, June, I got you, have fun lurking. The fuck? The moral of this story is get the whole story before jumping to conclusions, folks. Ooh, honey, you saw him go into a bathroom once, and he wasn't willing to tell you why. You clearly waited outside the bathroom because you knew that the toilet didn't flush, which means that you were loitering outside of the bathroom while he was in it, which is fucking weird. And then after one single encounter, you immediately jumped to, like, hard drugs to the point of bugging all of his friends and staging an intervention. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly, Rin. Like, what? Just like, bro, like, at risk of sounding a little bit like a prick myself, honestly, he kind of was right to laugh because it's a stupid situation. Like, I don't think he's being the arsehole at all. Like, ultimately, she completely refused to respect his privacy when he had made it very clear it was private. Like, the people closest to him clearly were okay with it, and she didn't think to properly ask them, or at least get, like, a confirmation it wasn't drugs. Oh no, she had to assume. And for another, like, she doesn't know these people. She didn't have the right to set this up or anything. Like, she just, yeah, what happened to hello, how are you? Or, like, not loitering outside of a bathroom when someone's in it because it's weird. And, like, weird's great, but, like, not that kind of weird. Oh, nah, not the arsehole. What the fuck? Oh, that was so weird. Honestly, like, if I was in a similar situation as the Gen, I probably would have laughed too. I probably would have like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dude, no. Like, oh, like, don't tell her about, like, those people who need to, like, go to the bathroom and, like, stick the nose spray up their nose and stuff. It might blow her mind. Yeah, exactly, Rin. Yeah. Like, oh my god, absolutely not the arsehole. And I hope, though she won't, I hope she learns her lesson. I don't think she will, but I can have a little faith in humanity. A little. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for not ordering any food so I wouldn't have to split the bill? I, 27 male, have been a part of a small friend group, around 8 people total, basically since college. For some background, 2 people from the group, Susan and Greg, are just absolute leeches. Going out for lunch, expect them to order the most expensive thing on the menu, then feed you some sob story about their finances and then dump half the bill on you. Last weekend, Dan, one of the people from the group, told me about a casual dinner. I told him how if Susan or Greg were there, I wouldn't be able to come. He tells me that they would be there, but I should just put my opinions aside and come just once. This is kind of where I might be an arsehole. I agree with him and told him I would be there. So I show up and we all get talking. Everyone begins putting in their orders. Most of them spend about $40. There are about 6 people there. When it gets to Susan and Greg, they both order expensive dishes, around $200. When it was my turn to order, everyone looked at me. But I just picked up the menu and pointed to the $4 Miller Lite and sent the waiter away. Dan asked why I hadn't ordered anything, and all I said was that I'd lost my appetite. The other 2 friends got up as well to cancel their orders and just have drinks. After the main course came out, I saw Susan and Greg picking at their food. The waiter then brings over the check. Greg then grabs the waiter and asks him to split the check 6 ways. I stand up and correct him, saying that the check was to be split 3 ways. Greg looks at me confused and asks why, since we always split the bill. I remind him that 3 of us had not eaten any food, so we'd just be paying for our drinks. So basically at the end of the night, Dan, who probably only ate around $50 worth of food, was stuck with a $146.98 check at the end. Oh yeah, I remember the exact number. I swear I saw his jaw drop when he picked that receipt up. I slid a $10 towards the check, said goodbye to everyone, and walked out. The next morning, I found my phone full of texts from Greg and Susan telling me I was an asshole for not ordering any food and forcing them to pay more than they had accounted for. I honestly laughed because the steaks alone were more than what they had paid, but to each their own, right? I also got a lot of messages from Dan saying that I could have just not come instead of pulling that stunt and getting him stuck with an outrageous bill. Edit, at this restaurant, the bar is separate, so drinks are on a separate bill, if that makes sense. And if anyone is concerned about leaving a tip, I live in Australia. Oh, Jesus. Edit 2. Hey guys, just wanted to clarify some things. 1. 90% of restaurants where I live don't do separate checks and might separate the bill for you if you're lucky. By the way, this post is in AUD, so if you want the amounts in USD, you'd have to convert it. 2. Dan could have easily asked Greg and Susan to transfer him the money if he wanted, but he's always been about helping them through their quote-unquote financial hardship, even though they're just using him and keeps dragging me into it. I admit what I did was immature, but I'm tired of being forced to play along. It's his money, and if he wants to spend it on them, that's fine, but I'm not paying for them. 3. Also, Dan's a really good friend of mine, albeit blind as fuck. I was just trying to get him to see what kind of people he was helping. I will admit, it was a tad bit petty. They spent 200 Aussie dollars on a meal? What the fuck? Where the hell did they go? That is obnoxiously expensive. What the fuck? Like, Aussie dollars aren't worth as much as American dollars, but that's still like 150 American dollars. Like, bro.
Hi, Peanut Meow. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome, welcome.
But yeah, casual. No, that is not casual. Like, I'm saying, like, to go to a place where a dish will cost you $200, that is not a casual meal. Like, an expensive place in the city, like an average one, middle of the lane, an expensive place would probably charge you 80 to 100. Like, if you're paying 200 for a meal, you are at like a top tier, really fancy place, especially if a basic meal is $40. And Australia is an expensive country, but like a standard restaurant, like, and a lot of Australians are going, ugh, that's expensive. It's like 20 to 25 for a meal, maybe 30 if you're going to an average place. But 200, oh Jesus. That is not financial hardships. Next time, they can have a chip and a water. Oh my god. Oh, that poor guy. He's getting strung along. Oh, absolutely not the arsehole, though. Absolutely not the arsehole.
Hi, Strix 𝐿𝐵. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you and welcome, welcome.
Honestly, Toast, yeah, they've either ordered a ridiculous amount of stuff or they were somewhere really expensive. But like, oh, what the fuck, man?
Hi, Starry Boy. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, Rim? Yeah. 100%. Like, at the end of the day, like, if you can't afford it, don't order it. And the only time that it's okay is when you have gotten explicit consent from the person paying for it before you order it. Like, oh, bloody, it's clearly a swanky steakhouse. Oh my god. Because it's like, it's one thing if you go out and, like, you've been like, you know, I can't really afford much, so I'm just going to get something small. And your friends are like, no, seriously, we'll shout, it's fine. Then, okay. But just make sure they're okay paying with it. But, like, these people just walked in. Well, I mean, I said it. Like, they came along, they picked the most expensive thing, and then they just assumed everyone was going to pay for it. Like, I'm sorry, Your Highness, but the taxes don't go to you. You can pay for your own food. Like, yeah, like they were clearly going to a fancy steakhouse. Oh my god. Yeah, for real, Strix. Yeah. Oh my god. I know, right? I know it. How dare you not be hungry, you arsehole. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I think, like, what? And also, like, they're kind of silly as well. Like, how do you not connect the dots? Like, it wasn't like they debated them. So it wasn't like, you know, like, everyone was like, I'll have the steak, I'll have the steak, I'll have the steak. And the other three were like, I'll have the steak too. And then, like, 5 minutes before they showed up, they all disappeared suspiciously and then went and go, actually cancel our steaks, but don't tell anyone. And then came back and then just, oh, where's your steaks? Oh, I don't know, they must be taking a while. And then at the end, it's like, oh, debate, we actually didn't order any steaks, we cancelled them by, like, that would be a bait and switch. But, like, they just straight up went like, no, I'm just gonna drink. Like, at point, yeah. Bit silly that. Oh, the $10 cheesy toast.
Hi, Shishang. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Alrighty, have a hydrate. Nom. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling my neighbor to grow up, get a life, and get the fuck over the fact that I painted my house a color he doesn't like? No, but I'm gonna read it anyway. I bought a house in a community without a homeowners association because I wanted my home to be my home, and that includes making it look the way I want. I also chose a neighborhood that already has fun, colorful houses instead of just plain earth tones. I finally got to the point where I could repaint my house. I picked a soft peachy color with sage blue and soft and dark pink accents. Fun and colorful without being too out there. I think if you Google cooler colors blue sage peach, you'll see a similar palette. My neighbor, Paul, fucking hates it and has been complaining since we started the project. He also made his opinion known that he hates our front lawn with lots of wildflowers and sunflowers, fun garden flags, a little free library, etc. Each and every time I've told him I don't care. Truly, I don't. And I've said it a few times that maybe he'd be happier in a homeowners association community that has control over everything and forces people into having earth-toned homes. Paul got angry when I suggested that and said he's lived in his home for 15 years and shouldn't have to move. I told him, okay, well you'll have to learn to live with a little colour then. Last weekend I was putting in pavers that my niece and I had painted together. They were all things like ladybugs, turtles, birds, etc. in fun colours. I adore them and my niece is so excited she gets to be a part of my home. Paul came over to complain, yet again, and saying it was all an
eyesore, and my niece was here, so I just told him, it's time for you to grow up and get the fuck over what I'm doing in my house. He got even pissier and told me that I have no right to talk to him this way. Do I know who I'm talking to, etc.? I told him to just go away and get a fucking life. If he has so much free time to bitch and moan about a colourful house, maybe he should just get a hobby. He stormed off, calling me a nasty piece of work. My niece was cracking up on the side. For the record, no one in my family's uptight, and we don't really care about cursing. I know some people still clutch their pearls over it around kids. She's 15, but I'm sure she says worse. Anyway, one of the other neighbours came to tell me that he's been flapping his yap about how disrespectful I am to talk to him like that. She told me that she knows he's a pain, but that he's been in the neighbourhood forever and it's worth being nice to him. I don't know. Is telling him to get a life that big of a deal? Am I the arsehole? No! 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 If you want a fabulous fucking house, it's your house! Like, I'm sorry, but the Fun Police aren't an official governmental body, so like, move on, buddy.
Hi, Nightwheel11. Hi, Coco Light. And hi, Big Autistic Cat. Thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley.
But like, oh my god, what a boomer. Why? Why does he care? Why does it matter? I don't, like, if it's not your property, like, okay, you don't like it, but it's like, it's not on your property though. It's literally someone else's house, literally. Like, okay, you think it's ugly. That's, I mean, alright, fair. You don't have to like it. Of course not. But, like, it's not your house. So, tough? Like, if you hate it that much, pay for a really tall fence. There you go. In fact, she'd probably agree to it so she didn't have to talk to him. So you wouldn't have any problems. Just pay for a really tall fence, and then while you're in your house, you will never see that beautiful house ever again. Oh my god.
Hi, Jackadaddy.
Thank you for the follow, darling. I appreciate it. But like, this is the most like, I'm sorry, but tough titties kind of post I read. Like, that's like literally like. Ooh, Cat. Well, in that case, welcome in, Cat. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And hi, Nova. How are you?
But like, oh my god.
And hi, Fido.
Oh my god. Like, just, that is literally like. It's like, say like you're sitting and you're drinking a juice box, and you're enjoying your juice box, and it's extra delicious, and there's someone next to you, and they're drinking the juice that you don't like. So say like you're drinking orange juice, and they're drinking apple juice, and then like you're there, and you're just like, you should throw out your juice box. What? Apple juice tastes like dicks. You should put it in the bin. I don't want to see it. Well, you're not the one drinking the juice. No, but I can see the juice, and it tastes like shit. You can't taste with your eyes, Paul. I don't care. Throw out your juice. It's an eyesore. It's my juice! Drink your own juice! I am. I like my juice. You should have my juice. You should have orange juice. Piss off! Like, it's got, like, the same, like, argumentative weight as that. Like, oh my god. You have a my lord, but this is my lord. Oh my god, Lex, that's perfect. It's just like the most like mountains out of molehills, like nothing burger 9000. Oh, thank you, Cat. I appreciate the compliment, and I'm glad you like my maudlin voice. You could argue that I made both myself. I'm sorry, I'm being silly. Honestly, Fido, yeah, like, I feel like if he was in a community with a homeowners association, he'd be living the life. But unfortunately, he's not. And as such, as the great gospel reads, tough titties. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for ignoring my friend's phone calls after she invited herself, her spouse,
her children, and her friends to my home for an impromptu barbecue without my permission. I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna read anyway. My friend is having a hard time with her spouse and really needs someone to be there for her while they work through their issues. We only just recently reconnected after not speaking for 4 years, and now every time she calls, she asks me what I'm doing for the day or at that moment, and then invites herself, her family of 4, and some of her friends over to my house. Example 1 for clarity. Friday was her spouse's birthday. Monday, she told me her plan was to take him to dinner. Then she calls me Friday morning, asking me what I was doing. I told her I was just watching a movie on my couch. Then she says, I know it's last minute, but I want to come over and barbecue at your house. She says the kids could play together and we could hang out and have some drinks. I hesitated initially and then told her that I didn't really have a lot of meat here, nor was my home company ready. She responded that she'd grab some more food and do all the cooking. Then I said, okay. I cleaned up a little bit and then I received a second call. She excitedly told me that she invited her guy friend, and he may bring a friend for me to talk to. And a female friend of hers was also coming. I was so shocked that she was trying to throw a party, not just come over and hang out with just her family like she implied during the first call. Her family already was 4 people that I was not expecting, which would have made a total of 8 people, including my own children. I have only met 2 or 3 of the people that she's invited. She did not even ask if she could invite anyone else to my home or give out my address. Luckily, I got a call on the other line and told her I'd call her back. 2 hours passed by and she'd called me repeatedly. I decided to text her that something came up and I can't host a party for her husband. I didn't receive a response, so I waited another 2 hours and then called her to see how the barbecue party was going. She told me that she didn't even have the barbecue party. Like, what? I asked her why she didn't just ask her friends to come to her apartment since she has her own barbecue grill, and why didn't she at least go out to dinner like she planned originally? She literally didn't even answer the first question, but she said she didn't want to spend a lot of money going out. Am I the arsehole for making up an excuse to end the call and then ignoring all of her repeated calls to confirm after? No! No! Oh god, there's an edit, there's an annotation. Thanks for all the replies. I finally just told her that I'm feeling used and that my house is not a place that she can throw parties or invite others to come to without my permission. She just responded via several texts that she quote-unquote doesn't have to use anyone. Bruh. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Run. Red flag. Nightmare. Not the arsehole. Block and delete. Run. Oh, nuh-uh. Just, what the fuck? Like, that's an introvert's worst nightmare. Like, that's horrible. What? What? No. If I had a quote-unquote friend hell, I would be uncomfortable around a friend if they just invited themselves over without any warning, without any entourage, just on their own, just them on their own. If they just showed up without warning, I'd be like, like, fuck off, like, and that's one person of whom I already trust. I would be iffy about them, but if I opened the door and saw them in a fucking entourage, I would never talk to them again. Like, it'd be that, nah. Like, every introverted bone in my body is like, fuck off. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. What the fuck? That is horrible. Oh my god. Like, that's so selfish and horrible and shitty and... It's an introvert's worst nightmare. That's the shit that keeps me up at night. I know, right? So I like, duh? Like, wakey, eggs and bacon, get your head out of your own ass. Because all you smelling is shit, baby. Oh my god. Hi, Gray, how are you? Welcome. Oh my, just, nah, not the asshole. Shut the door, lock the windows, call the cops. Alright, now forgive me if I mispronounce your name, but hi, Great Burgerwazy. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley.
Oh, honestly, Haya, same. Ironically, that would get me out my own house faster than a spider would, and that gets me out pretty quick. Oh, drop that friend like a hot potato. Honestly, Rin, yeah, easy. She clearly got everything served on a platter. But, like, one thing I can say from that story, I'm not surprised that they weren't speaking for 4 years. And something tells me they're not going to speak for another 4 years after that. Ooh. No, thank you. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law to go F herself at her baby's sip and see? The fuck is a sip and see? Alright. My wife's sister, Jen, 33 female, and her husband, Matt, 35 male, welcomed their first child about 4 months ago. Jen didn't want a baby shower, but decided on doing a quote-unquote sip and see for close relatives to meet the baby. This happened last Saturday. My wife has met the baby before this, but it was my first time seeing them since birth. About 2 months ago, my dad passed away unexpectedly in his sleep. It's been a really difficult time for me, but I'm in therapy and on antidepressants, both of which are helping. I wasn't really looking forward to attending the sip and see, but it meant a lot to my wife that I come with her, and she kind of pressured me to come since I hadn't seen the baby yet. The event was just close family, around 15 of us in total, and very informal. About an hour into the event, Jen asked if I'd wanted to hold the babies. I told her I didn't really want to, but she pretty much shoved the baby into my arms. She then sat next to me and told me that she was sorry about my dad and that they regretted not being able to attend the funeral because of the baby. I thanked her and told her not to worry about the funeral, because I understand. She then went on this weird tangent about a new life springing from death and renewing of energy. I had no idea what she was talking about, but just kind of nodded along. Then she said that she hopes seeing and holding a beautiful baby will help me get over my loss. It was a weird comment, and I looked at her and I told her, no, this is not helping me get over the death of my dad. She got defensive and told me that it was supposed to be a joyous day to celebrate a new life, and that I should be happy and not dwell on my dad's death. I didn't want to cause a scene in front of everyone, but I was pissed. I handed Jen her baby back and leaned in close and whispered, "Go fuck yourself, Jen." I then got up and walked over to my wife and told her that I needed to leave. I told her that she can stay if she wants, but I needed to get out of there ASAP. She asked me why, and I told her that I'd talk to her about it on the drive home or later if she wanted to stick around. By that time, Jen had gotten up and was on a warpath. She came up to me, still holding the baby, and poked her finger at me, telling me that I have no right to talk to her like that. That, of course, got everyone's attention, and now everyone was looking at us. Matt came over to ask what was going on. My wife was confused, Jen was basically yelling, and the baby was starting to cry. It was a mess. I told my wife that I need to leave and she needs to make a decision right then. She ended up coming home with me. I explained what happened on the drive home, and she said that she understood why I was upset by Jen's comments and agreed that she was definitely out of line, but I shouldn't have said that to her. My wife's been getting a lot of grief from Jen and her parents, basically calling me the biggest arsehole they've ever met, and I don't even know if an apology would help. Still, am I the arsehole here? No. Like, sure, he didn't need to lean in close and say, "Go fuck yourself, Jen." But, like, considering that, like, she basically admonished him for having the audacity of grieving his father who had passed less than, like, 3 months ago? Like, go fuck yourself, Jen. Like, I agree with him. Like, that's a horrible thing to say. Like, come on. Come on. Like, I may not be the expert in social cues, but, like, I can tell that one. I can tell. Shit move, Jen. Yeah, like, what the hell? Yeah, as it, like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you don't say that. Like, how far up your own ass does your head have to be to think that's okay? Like, honestly, you don't say that to someone grieving. Like, what? Just eat shit. Like, oh, horrible, horrible, horrible person. I feel bad for him, honestly. Like, ugh. Oh, poor guy. Not the arsehole. Absolutely not the arsehole.
If anything, I feel bad for his wife, because she's the one getting her phone blown up because these pricks were so entitled they couldn't stop to recognize that maybe, just maybe, there's a reason he's not happy. And there's a reason, you know. I know, right? Honestly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, grief doesn't have a limit. No, just fuck off. Oh my god, that is so horrible. Ah, some people. I love humanity, I really do, but sometimes. Sometimes I question that fact. Alright. Am I the asshole for reminding my friend that just because she's poor doesn't mean that I am? Alright. The title's got a red flag hanging off the end, but I'm just going to play benefit of the doubt because AITA, some of these people write titles that trick you. Alright. I, 20 female, am enrolled in the laundry program at school, where I pay a lump sum and they do my laundry for me all year. It's very popular at my university and they pick it up from my dorm weekly. My friend, 21 female, is weirdly obsessed with this and constantly comments on it for some reason. She always comes over and sees my bag and has some random comment to say. She'll say, "How can anyone pay for that?" To which I always say, "Why would I ever do something I don't want to if I can just pay someone else to do it for me?" I'm wondering if she's like this to everyone, because that would explain why she has few friends. Almost everyone I know uses the laundry program. Her unwanted comments make me like her less. She did it again and was like, "What a waste of money. The laundry program's ridiculously expensive and no one can afford that." I simply said that I don't find it expensive at all and that she finds it expensive because she's poor. I'm not, so I'll continue paying for the program. She's furious that I called her poor, but she is. It's just a fact. Am I the arsehole? Yeesh. You're certainly not an asshole. Fucking entitlement. What is wrong with these people?
Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch, Snom. I appreciate it.
Oh my god, like... Bro, like...
Yeah, you know what, Shari? Yeah, Stretch. I think this isn't everyone's actually. I think, yeah. Because it's like, okay. If you see someone get something, like, if you see someone have something that you don't have, and you're envious of them, trying to guilt trip them all the time is a really shit move. Like, ultimately, in the realm of economics, a lot of us take an L, and a lot get an undeserved W. That's just part of life. But, like, don't be a dick about it. Like, keep, kind of, like, pick your target, so to speak. Like, when you're POV and your mate's POV, you're both going to be on the same page. So, like, yeah, bitch about the laundry program to your heart's fucking content. Honestly, it probably is obnoxiously expensive. She just popped out of daddy's trust fund. Yeah, I can see where the friend is coming from, but I don't see why she's constantly making shit comments about it. Like, this is how you lose friends. Like, up the shut fuck. However, the attitude on OP is awful. Like, that whole, like, like, it has just... I feel like OP is the kind of person to refer to, like, service workers as the help, and that just... Yeah, like, that red flag didn't leave. Like...
Got you, Ghosty. Enjoy your lurking.
Think of loss.
Hi, Disappointment. How are you? Welcome.
Yeah. Honestly, but yeah, it's, just... Yeah, like, it's like, this feels like bitch times bastard. Like, you both suck. You're both horrible. And maybe both of them need different friends. Yeesh. Oh.
Have fun cleaning. Disappointment is always lovely to see you, by the way.
Alright. Sip. Am I the asshole for telling my parents they need to place their next kid for adoption? My parents have 4 kids already. Me, 17 male,
My younger sister, 13 female, younger brother, 12 male, and younger sister, 10 female. My parents have relied on me heavily to take care of my siblings. Started when I was still too young to do much, but they'd put them in my room if a nightmare happened, and after each sibling was 6 months old, they started sharing a room with me until they were 3. Then it was getting me to prepare something to eat for my younger siblings. It was also staying home with them while Mum went shopping, and over time it evolved. I help with the homework. I make sure they're awake for school. I walk them to school since I don't have a car. I feed them, and most of the time I'm the only one they come to if they need help with something. My parents will drop them off at birthday parties or to friends' houses. They'll take us out to family experiences, but admittedly expect me to keep an eye on my siblings. My parents provide the food and house and clothes, and I provide the emotional stuff. I don't love doing it, but I got used to it so much so that it became second nature. I'm still the person my younger sister comes to if she has a nightmare or is afraid of anything during the night. My parents learned that they were pregnant again in February. They told me and my siblings last month. It was very much talked about like I will have the baby with me in my room for the jump and should learn how to independently change diapers and stuff. I made it clear from the jump that I wasn't raising their next kid for them. I told them I had more responsibility to my 3 siblings than I should have ever had, but I wasn't going to skip my own life to raise an infant from the start. My parents were shocked. They tried to get one of my younger siblings on board, but they said no way. They didn't want to be responsible like me. My parents returned to me with the topic and asked what the fuck they're meant to do, and they never expected me to reject a sibling like this. I said, I reject child raising another one of their kids, not a sibling. But also, I'll be out of the house in 7 months. I won't be around the new sibling as much, and the relationship might not be the same. I told them I do not want the same relationship either. I don't want to be a parent to another sibling. They made it pretty clear that they don't want to do the actual child raising, and they're living a nightmare over this. When the topic came up during last week, I told them that they need to place the baby for adoption since they won't have a good childhood with nobody wanting to raise them. I told my parents it would be the kindest thing to do if they refused to raise the baby themselves. My parents accused me of treating adoption flippantly and that they were sort of outraged. I would rather they place the baby for adoption than for me to step up and raise this one too. Am I the asshole here? No. What is he? Your nanny? What? Like, I'm sorry, your lordship, but if you're gonna act like you've got a nanny in your house, maybe just hire a nanny at that point. And if you can't afford a nanny, then maybe take care of your own kids. It's almost like what everyone else does, isn't it? Poor OP. Oh, that's horrible. Ah. Honestly, in general circumstances, I'm all for staying with your parents as long as you can, because, you know, it's cheaper than the real world these days. But in this specific situation, I sincerely hope that he gets out as soon as he's 18 for his own sake. Like, I have a feeling that with the way this guy's grown up and the way he's had to take care of his siblings, he would genuinely be happier couch surfing. And that's sad. But like, don't have kids if you're not willing to raise them. Like, no shit. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you're the ones who tangoed, not your kid. When he tangos with someone, you know, should he not be gay, and in that case, he'd have to go through a much more lengthy process. But you know, if he's into the lasses and he tangos with them, and a child pops out, then that one is his responsibility, because he will be the parent. But if his parents pop out a baby, they should be the ones sleeping in the same room as the kid for 3 years. They should be making the food, changing the diapers, doing the child rearing, minding the kids, do all of that stuff. If you want to have fun couple life, maybe, just maybe, the family life wasn't the right choice. Like, oh, and those poor siblings, yeah, they need better parents. Like, it's so sad when, like, they don't feel comfortable around the parents that they see the older sibling as a parent. Like, oh, just absolutely not the arsehole, and you just feel bad for him. Sincerely, I really hope he does get out when he's 18. Like, and even if he's just living with a mate or living in a share house, like, that's a chap who needs his freedom. Oh, just, Oh, God, no, that's awful. Just, oh, poor chap. You feel bad for him. Ah, I'm feeling that emotional damage. Am I the arsehole for telling a parent that their kid is weird when she pushed as to why my kid didn't want to be her friend? My family and I have moved states. It's been a hard move, especially for my oldest daughter, Ketty. She's in the 6th grade. The area school district has a Facebook account that parents are a part of. I introduced myself on there a while ago. We put Caddy on the cross-country team, and she's been making friends over the summer. I got a message from a parent last week asking to meet up and let the kids meet. They would be in the same grade, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity. We went yesterday at the local pool. I met Melanie, and she wouldn't make eye contact, was very soft-spoken, and overall didn't seem to be paying attention. The kids were playing while I talked to the mum. She's always been in the area and was excited her kid was getting a friend. Caddy came up to me asking me to leave since she wasn't feeling very well. We left early, and in the car she admitted to just wanting to get away from Melanie. She explained that Melanie kind of freaked her out. She was very touchy, kept pushing her in the water, and was whispering, saying things under her breath, would stare at people and make comments comparing people to bugs. I'm still confused on what that meant. Caddy told me that she was uncomfortable and didn't want to hang out with her again. The parents messaged me and asked when they could do it again. I told her the girls didn't mesh well and that will have to decline. She then called me asking what I meant, and I told her that Caddy just wasn't interested in hanging out since they don't mesh together. I was trying to be polite about it. This went on for a while, and she told me that the kids just needed to be around each other more. I told her no to that. It went on for a while, and then she asked to talk to my husband, which is when I snapped. I told her no, that I was trying to be polite. Your child was weird. Melanie makes my kid uncomfortable, and I don't know what the hell is up with her, but we will not be having another play date. She went on Facebook and it going about how the new family are jerks. It seems to not be going anywhere, but I am wondering if I was a dick. So am I the asshole here?
Hi, 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. Thank you so much for the follow, darling. I appreciate it, and welcome.
And no? Yeah, like, I want to say no, like, at the end of the day, like, honestly, I kind of got a similar vibe, like, if the kids don't mesh, the kids don't mesh, and with how pushy the mum of the other kid, of Melanie, was, it's very likely that Melanie didn't want it either. Like, welcome in 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. I hope you've enjoyed time over on the Twitter. Yeah, like, you can't force offend. Yeah, like, it's one of those, like, it is a bit weird that, like, it does seem like they're kind of looking at the other girl and just going, like, I'm getting a bit of a red flag from OP that they're kind of looking at the girl and just going, and that's a bit like, you can have a little more empathy, but, like, at the end of the day, that's not what the AITA's about. The AITA's is, like, is it the arse? Well, I mean, yeah, like, ultimately, the OP's not amazing, but, like, at the end of the day, like, you can't force friendship, yeah. And if the kids don't get along, the kids do get along, and ultimately, like, the fact of the matter is, like, Melanie made Catty uncomfortable, and Catty's well within her right to go, no, I don't want to be friends with her, I'm uncomfortable. That's fair, that's absolutely fair. And, yeah, so, kind of a sad situation, but, like, yeah, not the arsehole, but definitely getting those judgy vibes. Alrighty, having a sippity sip. You poor bastard. Oh, come on, Shara. Is it just because of the loss? Alrighty. Hugs and kisses, Shara. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh yeah, right. Honestly, like, that's kind of the vibe again. Like, kid's fine. Honestly, kid setting boundaries, was being polite about it. Yeah, no issues with the kid at all. Yeah, it's the mum that was being judgy. Like, there was something about the mum that was like, oh, you're a bit of a dick, but, like, not the arsehole so much in this situation.
Hugs and kisses, Shara. Lois loves you. For context, I posted a very cursed sketch on my Twitter recently. Am I the asshole for telling my cousin I can't come to the wedding because of his no child room? No? But I'll continue. My cousin is getting married at the end of August in California at a vineyard. No one in the family is in California, so to go I need to get a hotel. Me, my mum and brother found an Airbnb that's relatively close. Also, I should mention my husband is posted abroad and won't be coming. I was going to fly to the US for this. The invite came out only 3 weeks ago and we had to scramble to find a place. The issue now is that I have a 4-month-old baby who only breastfeeds and won't take a bottle. She had to drink from an open cup one time because I needed to have a driving exam and that is the longest she's ever been away from me. They just let us know that no children under 12 are allowed, so I told them that logistically then I can't come. They suggested that me and my mother go back and forth to the Airbnb to watch the baby and I just said it's too big of a deal to fly all the way there, pay for an Airbnb, and then go back and forth during the wedding. It just doesn't seem worth it, and it's a lot of effort to do all of that by myself with just a small baby. The Airbnb and plane are still refundable at this point. My cousin is mad that I'm cancelling as they paid per head and can't reduce the amount at this point. I said that they can try to find someone else to invite. I said it's his fault that they didn't write the child rule on the invitation. He said I should not be stingy and get a babysitter. I don't know anyone in the area of California honestly paying for a babysitter on top of an Airbnb and flight is just ridiculous to me. He said it's standard to not bring children to weddings. So am I the asshole for cancelling close to the date because I can't bring my baby with me? Edits for clarity. Short notice is because the bride is pregnant. I live with my husband in Germany where he's posted. Baby already has passport because she's only a US citizen. Because of the shotgun nature of the wedding, the invite consisted of a graphic image without particular guest names emailed to the guests. The RSVP system also let me choose up to 3 people. I thought that was me, my baby, and my husband. Update. Apparently about 30 people have actually cancelled because of this, and that's why they're complaining so much about the costs. Final update. They decided that having a child-free wedding wasn't feasible, and they will also be setting up a children's play area. Okay, I love me an AITA that resolves itself. Oh my god.
Hi, Kai Loves Cat Boys. Thank you for the follow and welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you like my model. I made it myself.
Oh my god, though. I love a resolution. I know, like, I know, HX. Like, I don't understand not putting it on the invite. Like, if it's such a crucial rule, put it on the invite, especially to people that you know have kids. Like, surely that would be, like, the first thing is going, hey, having a wedding, by the way, no kids under 12. Like, that's all you need to do, and then a lot of people wouldn't have RSVP'd in the first place.
Have a lovely time at work, Strags, and
Thank you for joining me. Honestly, like, some situations are, like, I love AITA posts, I really do, but some of these situations could have been solved if they'd just done one obvious thing.
Gotcha, Ren, take all the time you need.
I love AITAs that turn into comedies. Honestly, Azza, like, there's nothing funnier than real life, I'm convinced. Yeah, so, and they shoot themselves in the foot and then they yell at everyone else for holding a gun, even though they're the one holding it. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling my mom she and her husband need to admit they fucked up and find a way to move on? My parents divorced when I, 18 male, was 6. My younger sister was 4 and my younger brother was 3. They shared custody 50-50 of us ever since, though now I don't have a custody thing set up because I'm an adult now and no longer part of any of that. I stay with my dad now. Mum remarried when I was 11 and my siblings were 9 and 8. Her husband was divorced, had 2 kids who were 8 and 6. He had primary custody of them, but in summer they'd get along with their mum. My mum and her husband moved in together a month before the wedding. From that point, they created these really strict, really weird, and really crazy rules that basically made sure that we were never a blended family and there was always animosity. Those rules were, if you want permission for something, ask your new parent, not the regular one. No bio-siblings only playing. Everyone has to mix. No closed bedroom doors. We want to see if you're mixing. Every day you'll tell the people in the family one thing you love about them. You must give everyone hugs before leaving the house. No step/half nonsense in the house. There were others. Those were the most damaging ones. My mum told me she wanted us to be a happy blended family and she didn't want favoritism of parents or siblings. She told me I didn't just have a brother and sister anymore. I had 2 of each, and I also had a second dad. They enforced this too, tried to. The hugs never took off, and I never ever told her husband or his kids stuff I love about him. I never loved them to begin with. The rules, of course, led to fighting, to us pretty much causing chaos if they took us places. We were all grounded pretty much all the time in their house. We also started doing stuff to make sure family vacations couldn't happen together. Her husband's kids would make plans with their mum to go to her weeks. He and mum had a vacation before. My siblings and I would ask dad to book his vacation first and put it in their app. My mum and her husband would get so frustrated and they tried giving us these talks. Mum would come to me and say that I was the oldest and I needed to set an example. And now that I no longer go to Mum's house, my siblings don't want to either and make a bigger deal out of it. Mum called me yesterday and told me I needed to help create the family unit they fought so hard for before it's too late. She mentioned me being the oldest again and how I should be there for a week when we can all be a family. I told her no, I don't want to, and we're not a family. I told her they fucked up. They need to admit it, and they need to find a way forward, because none of the kids they set so many rules for want to be family. Mum started crying down the phone to ask me why I wanted to ruin her marriage and rejected the family they were trying so hard to be. How could I say they failed when we wouldn't even try? Am I the asshole? No. No. Oh god, like, that's the worst thing you can do. Oh no. Those rules are ridiculous. That is the easiest way to turn these kids against each other. Like, if you want yourself to have a big, happy, blended family, leave them the fuck alone. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Oh, like, all of those rules are terrible. Terrible. I really hate the no bio siblings only playing. Everyone has to mix. Oh, that one absolutely would probably start like half of these fires on its own. On its own. Oh, just, yeah. That's so good. Yeah, no, yeah, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Oh, this is just L City. L City. Oh my god. And they tried to force it in the cringiest way possible. Like, no closed bedroom doors. Everyone must play together or no one gets to play at all. If you want permission or something, ask your step-parent. You have to tell everyone something you love about them every day. You must give everyone hugs before leaving the house. You're not allowed to say step bro/sis or half bro/sis in the house. Bruh, no, no. If I had a step sibling and they set that up situation, I'd want to kill them on principle. It's like it wouldn't even be personal at that point. It'd be because out of spite for the stupid rules. Oh. Oh, emotional damage, damn. Yeah, brother at its finest, yeah. And I'll say, hi, Mavi Denshi. Thank you for the follow, darling. I appreciate it. And welcome. Oh, yeah, no. Those parents, yeah, they did. They fucked up. And they got to admit it. And if they can't admit it, nobody is ever going to get along. Yeah. Legit written, yeah. Like, honestly, like, you know, teenagers being teenagers, when you're a teenager, you're spiteful as hell. And, like, me and my sister growing up, like, we didn't not get along, but we didn't get along either. Like, we were kind of your two siblings who were night and day, so we had nothing in common style. And, like, most of the time, we were pretty content to keep to ourselves, and we'd mingle occasionally, you know what I mean? However, if a rule had come into place that I was not allowed to hang out with my sister unless I had Mum's new booze babies hanging out with us too, I'd hang out with her alone out of spite. Like, it would be like that whole case of, like, on our own, we're pretty chill doing our own thing. But, like, I'd unite forces and start seeing the other siblings as the enemy just because I'd be so mad about the rule. Like as a teenager mind. Like, this is teenager mindset. As an adult, I'd just go, nah, I'm too old for this shit.
Oh, thank you, cute. You're sweet. Mwah.
I mean, yeah, happy side effect. For real. Yeah, I know, right, Xana? Yeah. Oh, easy. I mean, something tells me that, like, I think they need to Google. They need to do Google because clearly wherever they're looking for advice is not working.
Alrighty. Am I the asshole? Hi, Emmy. How are you? Welcome. Am I the asshole for not buying my wife a plane ticket so she is missing the family vacation? My wife is horrible with money. At the beginning of our marriage, we pulled out money together and she would use all of it. Her job pays shit compared to mine. So when we combined the money, she went crazy. I had many conversations with her over it and even tried to get her to take a money financial class. Over time, it got worse and worse. About a year ago, I learned that she was in bad credit card debt. I gave her the choice of divorce, or we separate our money and she needs to fix her debt ASAP. To her credit, she took it seriously, and she is fixing her credit card debt. We have separate money and I pay for the bills while her only worry is to buy groceries. So, my family has a big vacation coming up and everyone's invited. The trip is to Europe and plane tickets are going to cost $1,000 plus. My parents are going to pay for the resort, so the only thing that needs to be paid is the plane ticket and fun money for the trip. I plan on going. She informed me that she won't be able to afford the ticket. I point out the trip is in about 4 months, so she should be able to save up. She informed me that she needs to use it for her credit card debt in order for it to get paid off. I told her, okay, and I'll inform my side of the family that she can't make it. This started an argument that I'm not willing to pay for a ticket and me going on vacation without her. I told her that this is her own fault, and if she was responsible with money, then we wouldn't be here. So, am I the asshole?
Kinda. This is a hard one. I think this might be one of those everyone succeeds again. Oh, this is a hard one. Oh, because it's like, you're not an asshole. Like, the vibes are still off. Yeah.
Hi, honey, V202. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Good morning, lost soul. Welcome.
Ah, this is one of those ones. Like, oh, like on one hand, I can understand where he's coming from, like, but it's more like, yeah, it's kind of like she's so bad with money that it got to the point where he was like, either we're divorcing or you need to fix your shit and we're separating our finances. Which says that she's like really, really bad with money. So I can understand that. However, like, she is very seriously focusing on fixing her credit card debt. So she actually genuinely is improving. So it's like,
with context, everyone sucks here, or I even want to say you're the arsehole a little bit. Because, like, she definitely needed the wake-up call, but, like, the thing that stands out is the reason that she can't afford a ticket is so that she can pay off her credit card debt. Something she's doing because he gave her an ultimatum. So it's kind of like she's being punished for honoring her agreement. That's what it comes off as. And, like, he doesn't have to pay for a ticket, of course not. And at the end of the day, his money is his money, but, like, he was a real dick about it. And also, like, very dismissive, that whole, like, oh, you know, you should be able to save up for the trip. It's in 4 months. But it's like, yeah, but, like, all of her quote-unquote fun money is going to paying off her debt. And even though she did get herself into this situation, it is just the actions of her own consequences. Like, it is also her doing her best to meet him in the middle. Oh, this is tricky. I kind of want to say everyone sucks. Yeah, like... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like... Ultimately, like, they really should have talked it through properly, and... Like... The thing is, as well, is, like, he would have known. Like, he would have known that she wouldn't have been able to afford it unless he did not care about her at all. Or at least, like, about her situation at all. So that's, like, half of it anyway. Because, like, he should have known that she would have been really, really tight financially. Because pretty much most of her money's going towards her debt. So, like, for him to even rub the trip in her face in the first place, even though it was pretty obvious she wouldn't have been able to afford it on her own, it's really shitty of him. Like, he didn't have to keep it to himself, but, like, he didn't have to yank the chain, so to speak. Like, he did kind of dangle the carrot in front of her face and then snatch it away at the last second, going, well, tough titties then. It does kind of seem like he's punishing her for keeping up her end of the deal. But she also did get herself in that situation because of her own hubris and nothing else. So, yeah, I'm gonna say everyone sucks here, but I do think OP is worse. Like, if it was an asshole competition, he'd win. But they're both in the wrong here. Yeah, exactly, Rin, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right, Rin. Yeah, like, I'm kind of agreeing with that. Or, like, at the very least, like, not rub it in her face or something. Yeah, Mafia, I feel like, yeah, I'm getting the ick so hard. Like, I feel like I'm being beaten in the face by a red flag. Yeesh. Yeah, everyone sucks here is the nicest way to put it. Yeah, Drew, I know, right? Like, bro. Alright. Honestly, Rin, like, at that point, if he was going to be like this, he may as well have just gotten that divorce in the first place. Alright. Am I the asshole for calling out the volunteer church organizer after her awful actions, made my daughter-in-law cry? My daughter-in-law, lost both of her parents, her mother earlier this year and her dad when she was 15. I love her like she's my own, and I am so proud of her and how far she's come. I'm very involved in my church, and we're planning an event for mum/kids. It coincided with my monthly sack lunch ministry for seniors, so in the morning we'd all make the lunches, and then we do other things. Make friendship bracelets, run around, grill, tie-dye, etc. My daughter-in-law isn't religious, but she does like to give back, so when I invited her, she accepted. We got the lunch supplies, and she helped with the lunches. She even offered to go deliver them to the organisation we work with, since she has a big car. This is when the church organiser, Kathy, started an issue. She thanked my daughter-in-law and said that it would be all that we needed from her all day, and then she could go home after. I said, no. Daughter-in-law is here to spend the day with me and have fun with everyone. Kathy had the gall to make an ugly face and say, well, she's not anyone's daughter. I said, that's okay, she's my daughter-in-law, if Kathy didn't know. Kathy made an ugly face and said that didn't count and that she didn't even belong here, which ruffled my feathers. Everyone should be allowed. If one of the dads wanted to come join us, I would have said yes. Who cares? We got into an argument, and my daughter-in-law ended up crying. Again, she just lost her mum. She left and told me to have fun, and I rounded on Kathy and told her that what she'd done was as unchristian as I'd ever seen, and that if she can't find it in her heart to welcome everyone to our events, she should not be the volunteer organizer. Kathy told me tough cookies if I didn't like it to take it up with the church office. And a few other members overheard as I got ready to load up my van for the sack lunches. A few helped me and got to talking about how awful Kathy has been. After I left, they all cornered Kathy and said that they would all talk to the church office.
Well, she isn't the organizer anymore and has been for over 2 decades. She ended up confronting me after church, raising her voice, getting in my face, etc. She told me that I've ruined her life over my daughter-in-law not belonging to the church, and that she hopes I was happy. I admit I did feel bad after that, but I'm not sure if I should. Am I the arsehole here? Ha! No. Just... no. Nice and easy, just the way I like... No! Kathy is a fuckwit. And, just... vote her off the island, be gone. And, like, another thing as well is, to be perfectly blunt, clearly this isn't her first offense, and she's pissed off a lot of people, because OP wasn't the one who dobbed her in. The entire fucking community was. Like, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you are disliked. OP didn't ruin your life. You did, by being a massive see you next Tuesday. So, haha! Not the asshole.
Hi, Barbie, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you and welcome. Yeah, and like that's the other thing. Like, her mum like passed earlier this year, which is tragic, and so she's delicate. But like another thing, daughter-in-law, stepchild, counts. Like, it counts, bruh. This bitch seems like the kind of woman who doesn't think like adoption is legit. Like doof. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm tapping your skull, but I'm not seeing any brain cells coming out. Hi, Barbie.
Oh my god, just... Oh, I am so glad that, like, she basically got, like, lynched. She got socially lynched for being an asshat, and she kind of deserved it, let's be honest. Sorry, Kathy, you're being evicted from the Big Brother house.
Hello there.
Hi, Aisha, how are you? Welcome.
Alright.
Don't mind me opening a Bepis. I've drank all of my rogue energies. So I've got to wait for more. So it's back on the Bepis grind. But I will get more. Num. Yeah. Essentially, like, I got partnered with them recently, which is really, really cool. And they gave me a coupon with my name on it, which is really, really cool. Because it's got my name on it. And I feel like one of those kids that's like, look, Ma, it's me! But like, literally, it makes water taste like sherbet, and I like sherbet. It turns my water into caffeinated sherbet sippies. Nom. Bro, seriously, I'm not kidding. It tastes like sherbet. It's so yummy, and it's got like caffeine in it, so it's like happy sherbet. Nom. Wizard. Honestly, Rin, like, the link's literally on my page. Like, let me grab the link, actually. I'm, like, fucking terrible at shipping. Alright, let me get... Alright, there you go. Because, like, right now it's 30% off because I'm fresh. I'm new. Honestly, they all taste like sherbet.
Like, because I got a bunch, like, they gave me a bunch of different flavors to try. They all taste like sherbet. Like, it's so weird. It all tastes like sherbet. It's just different flavors of sherbet. Like, the grape one literally tastes like Hubba Bubba. I was, like, mind blown. Like, literally, like bubblegum. Grape bubblegum. It tasted like grape bubblegum sherbet. Like, oh my lord. Like, bro. And it's like, there's something so satisfying about, like, going to the sink and, like, you fill it with water and you look like, you, like, go to the sink. Because, like, I took the last couple of packets to work. And so I was like, I'd go fill up my water and I'd bring it back and I'd look all mature with my water. And then, like, I'd open up the packet and then I'd put it in. And then I would turn my water pink and delicious. And I'll be like shaking it like a madman, like the caffeine's coming, baby. Honestly, the strawberry ones are god tier. But, like, I'm a hoe for strawberry. But, oh, the strawberry one was so good. Honestly, like, any of the strawberry ones. Like, I've got me a strawberry banana coming in the mail, like, unironically, because I'm a hoe for strawberry banana. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna slurp that shit up so good. Because strawberry banana's the best. Look, I like strawberry banana enough that, like, I got a strawberry banana vape, and I was happy with it. And I don't like vapes or smoking, but I could make an exception for the strawberry banana one. It was, like, one time, but, like, air tasted really nice for that one time. Don't vape, it's not good for you. But strawberry banana is pretty, bro. Oh, strawberry hibiscus is really fucking good. It is really good. I think it's sold out at the moment. Though if they've restocked, please tell me. Because I will burn my money on it. Oh, that one was so good. Honestly, I'm a straw po. But it's 30% off with the coupon. Coupons rock. I'm sorry, I'm a cheap bitch. I'll stop shilling. Look, okay. Literally the reason I'm so hyped is genuinely because I'm one of those people who can't stand the taste of water. And I drank water willingly. Like, I'm saying, like, on Tuesday, I really wish I was getting, like, genuinely, I had an unopened can of Pepsi on my desk the entire stream. I shit you not, I really did. Like, bro. Oh, that is hella fair sound. I mean, they've got heaps of, like, other flavors and stuff, but, like, yeah. I had the peppers there in case I was craving it, and then I never did, and then I had a crisis. Because I like peppers a lot. Like now. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's right. You see that, Rain? You see what that means? I now represent cheap bitches. Oh, yeah. Floats in the wind. I think they had, like, a dragon fruit mango one, which tasted like dragon fruit mango sherbet. Look, I just registered all as sherbet flavor. Oh my god. All right, I'll stop being lame. But, like, and I'm pretty sure at the moment they're actually just putting, like, random freebies in everyone's orders too, which is cool. I like free shit. Okay, I've got it. All right, on to the next one. Can't wait till my strawberry banana ones. I want strawberry banana. Anyway, fuck yeah, I love coupons and freebies. Double free. That's, yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. They're giving out, like, random freebies, like 5 freebies on top of all orders, like, right now. It's nothing to do with me. They're just adding it to everyone's order. That's a them thing. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, free shit. I love free shit. Oh, I'm a cheap bitch. Oh yeah. But, like, now I can represent cheap bitches. That's right, baby. Look, the influencer dream is to have a bunch of coupons to things I really like in my name, so that I can just be cheap all over the floor. Do you imagine? Could you imagine? All right, curse thought. Could you imagine
in an ideal world, I'm absolutely taking the piss as a heads up. I'm being an absolute cat. But like, imagine I become a famous VTuber. Dun dun dun. And if I ever became a famous VTuber, dun dun dun. Instead of merch, I simply give out coupon books. Pure boomer chic. I'm sorry, I'm being really lame. Anyway. I mean, come on. Can you get more boomer than a coupon book? I know, right, Murphy? Honestly, like, I am always hunting for coupons. Like, I am such a grandma on the internet, I swear. Like, it's just like, it doesn't even matter what it is or where it is. Like, it's completely irrelevant. Like, I'll just be like, ooh, I'd like to listen to an audiobook. Audiobook coupons. Ooh, I would like to get a pillow. Pillow coupons. The amount of times that I have made a purchasing choice based on the fact that it was the one with the coupon is too many times to count. I'll be like, oh, there's two choices and I like them both, but this one has a coupon, so fuck the other one. I'm getting the cheap bitch option. I know, right? Dabs, love me some coupons. Anyway, am I the asshole? I'll stop, like, coupon dumping? On you guys. Alright. Am I the asshole for not caring that I was uninvited to my older brother's wedding? This whole thing is so weird. I, 27 male, am gay. I came out at 16 and my parents told me they'd always loved me. But to not mention it to my older brother, who I'll call Brick. Then 19, now 30. When I was confused and asked why, they said that Brick had expressed some awful opinions about gay people. So I limited talking to Brick until I moved out at 18, which wasn't much of a problem because we were never close. I went to uni, got a good job, and an awesome boyfriend, 28 male, in my home city. Me and my boyfriend, Angel, live in a peaceful life. Peaceful until a few days ago when I got a call from my brother. I was concerned that Brick was calling me, as we'd never messaged before, just to have each other's numbers for emergency purposes. I picked up because maybe there was some emergency happening. He opened the call with an annoyed, "Hey man," and I knew something was up. He said that he was getting married to his fiancée, Yen, 24 female, next year. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, so I was like, "Oh, that's great, Brick," and asked some boring wedding things that he begrudgingly answered. He then told me the invites were being sent out in a couple of weeks and that I could bring a +1. Here's when I made the mistake that started this mess. Without thinking like an idiot, I said, "Cool, I'll bring my boyfriend." Major mess up. Brick immediately started yelling insults down the line, screaming that he wouldn't have an F-slur at his wedding. I didn't say anything and just hung up. I was rattled by hearing those words from my own brother's mouth, even though I knew his feelings about people like me. I told my partner, and he comforted me, ordering in my favorite restaurant and watching movies with me, which was awesome. We went to bed later, and I felt alright the next day. I sent my parents a message that Brick invited me and uninvited me from his wedding pretty much in the same breath, and went on my way to work, not a clue about the crap storm waiting for me when I got off. When I turned my phone on again after my shift, it was blowing up. Messages and calls from my parents and relatives galore asking me what the fuck happened. I phoned my parents back when I got home and gave them the rundown of what had happened, and said I honestly didn't care because it's not like Brick would be coming to my wedding anyways. My parents immediately chastised me for my obvious disinterest and disregard of my brother's life, and told me that I should be apologizing to him for bringing my personal life into his wedding. What? I basically told my parents to screw off, and I've been getting bombarded with messages from relatives to apologize to my brother and get my invite reinstated and apologize to my parents for disrespecting them. I really don't want to. My partner's reassured me that I've done nothing wrong, but it's still nagging me. Am I the arsehole here? No! No, 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 no! Absolute no! Fuck 'em! Fuck 'em all! No! Oh, absolutely not. Like, no! Dude! Like, this guy is like the most homophobic piece of shit on the planet. You are well within your right to be like, not interested. Like, what? No, eat shit. And like, another thing as well, like, what the fuck? Like, no, just no. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Easy is not the arsehole of the year. Agreed. Like, the is strong. And the parents taking the brother's side? Like, what? No. Fuck those parents. That's so shitty. That is awful. No. It's like, hi, my brother essentially hurled a bunch of slurs at me and treated me like shit. So I don't care that I'm not going to his wedding because he's not going to mine. And they're like, oh, no, you need to apologize to your brother for bringing your personal life into this. And I'm like, I'm sorry for having the audacity of being gay. Next time I get the life card, I will ask the gods to reconsider. The fuck do you want? Like, what? Huh? Eat shit? And perish? Ugh. No. Honestly, I hope Brick's wedding just blows up in his face. yeah, agreed. Dom's family, that's so shit. Like, I can't stand those hypocritical parents who, like, when kids come out to them, whether they, gay, trans, like, lesbian, bi, doesn't matter. When they come out to their parents, and the parents are always like, we love you, we respect you, we've got your back. Maybe don't tell it to these people just for your own safety, but that's fine. But the second the shoe is on the foot, the second it comes out, they take the other person's side. And it's like, don't give me this whole spiel about how you love and support me behind closed doors, but the second my homophobic grandpa finds out I'm bi, you're telling me to apologize to him for having the audacity to accidentally mention, oh, I've got a same-sex partner right now. Like, I'm sorry that he's a piece of shit. Fuck do you want? Eat garbage. Ugh. Like, just... Ugh. Oh my god. I know it. Honestly, it does have that vibe. You're right. Same fetal, yeah. Wedding sucks. Legos. Oh my god, as I love that, yes. Yep, eat dirt, die trash. Oh, I am so glad you got your sibling, Xana. That is brilliant. Alright, let's move on from Fuckwit McGee. Am I the asshole for telling an adoptive parent, parents that they make me, also an adoptive parent, uncomfortable and that I owe them nothing? I'm a single gay man who adopted 2 boys who are now 7 and 10. Initially, most people assume that I'm straight and divorced, but eventually find out that I am neither. I downplay my kids' adoption because I don't want my kids to feel different from their peers, since no one in their circle of peers is also adopted. I find it to be a personal circumstance and no one's business. It's almost like asking if my sons are circumcised. I believe adoption is a beautiful thing. However, the reality is that most adopted kids come from unfortunate situations, and those situations can stigmatize adopted kids. People who don't have adopted kids don't understand that because they view the world through their lenses and how the world should be and not how it really is. My kids are very happy and have a ton of friends. And last month, a gay couple moved on the block, and they have 3 adopted boys who are within the same age range as my kids. The more I got to know Mike and Dave, the more I disliked them. However, my kids like their kids, so I let it be. Recently, my kids stopped playing with their kids because they grew uncomfortable with being asked about their own adoption by Mike and Dave and other people who didn't ask before. My kids don't want to compare and contrast their adoption experiences for adults' entertainment and curiosity, and then be judged. As a result, my kids stopped playing with Mike and Dave's kids.
This led to simmering anger towards me, and eventually it came out when my 10-year-old declined to go to their son's birthday party. Actually, no one showed up. They told me that they were so disappointed that I, as a gay man and dad, didn't show up to support their family by coming to their kid's party. I told them up front that just because we have a couple of things in common, that we are not bonded and I owe them nothing. They asked what they did to me, and I said, nothing. I'm just not comfortable with how you use your kids as clout. The way you put them on social media, like showing off a Porsche and reminding everyone that you're a gay adoptive family. Yes, my kids are adopted too, but they don't want to be around people who want to constantly remind them of it and remind them of their trauma. That invites people who know nothing about us to start lecturing, shaming, or giving unsolicited advice. By all means, overshare your kids' personal information and draw attention to them, but my family is the opposite. They are happy being Jesse and Matt, who like Minecraft, hockey, and cooking. Not those two adopted kids, adopted by that gay guy. Am I the asshole here?
See you, 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. It was a joy having you here.
And, not the asshole. Yeah. Like, take the hit, and it's like the worst part too, is it's clearly just these shit parents. Like maybe if you got your head out your arse and you stop virtue signaling for 2 seconds, you realize that you are the reason no one's coming, not your kids. You are the reason that your kids are lonely and having a terrible birthday because you've pissed off all the parents to the point that you've even pissed off the kids, so that the kids aren't coming over, not because of the other kids, but because of the parents. Oh, just, they really don't. I mean, like, it seems like they're one of those, like, those YouTube, social media, Instagram families where they force their kids to, they use their kids for clout, basically. Oh, I can't stand those groups. Ah, poor kids, all of them. Ah, not the arsehole though, absolutely not the arsehole, because ultimately, yeah, like, they're not friends, they don't owe you anything, and at the end of the day, if those two stop being such pricks, maybe, just maybe, this kid wouldn't be alone on their birthday. Honestly, Shari, yeah, like, it seems like they're a wannabe Ace family. Oh, I can't stand it. Oh, God. Those social media influencer families are awful for the kids. You feel real bad for the kids in those ones. Alrighty.
Am I the asshole for cropping my sister-in-law out of my wedding photos after she said she looked fat? My wife, 27 female, and I, 28 male, recently got married and it was amazing. The wedding was set on a riverside farm, and so we had photo shoots outside on the fields before the ceremony. We started taking photos around noon, and my sister-in-law, 30 female, was one of the bridesmaids. Sister-in-law had always been a negative person since I met her, always trying to make small judgmental comments, while my wife is an incredibly kind person. They have very different personalities, so I never questioned why they aren't close, and assumed that sister-in-law was included in her group of bridesmaids to appease my wife's parents. Because sister-in-law and my wife have never been very close, she was at the end of the line of bridesmaids and usually was at the edges of group photos. While taking the photos, sister-in-law was the only person complaining about things like the sunny weather and how her dress was absorbing heat. I don't know much about dresses, but it was about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Most people in the photoshoot group ignored her comments, and it wasn't an issue for the rest of the day. We got the photos of both the shoot and the ceremony from the photographer 3 weeks after the wedding. We promptly sent the photos to the people in the photoshoot and told them we planned on using the photos on social media. Most parents thanked us for the photo, but my sister called my wife and was very angry, yelling that she, quote-unquote, looked like a fat pig in every photo she was in, and demanded that we not use any of the photos with her in them. For context, sister-in-law is bigger than my wife, but not to an extreme extent. She doesn't look unhealthy, and I've never heard her have body issues before, but I admittedly wouldn't know much about it. In the wedding photos, she really doesn't look any different from her normal self. My wife tried to reason with her, saying that she looked just as pretty as everyone else did, but sister-in-law did not want to hear it. She reiterated that if we used any photo of her on social media, she would never speak to us again and would
put us on blast, whatever that means. My wife was really hurt by her sister's outburst, and I was very bothered that she thought that she could tell us what to do with our special moment. So here's where I may be the arsehole. I decided that if she had such a problem, she didn't need to be in the photos. I cropped her out and posted those versions on social media. I thought it would be fine, and it was easy since she was at the edge anyway. After posting, she then called me even angrier than before and accused me of trying to erase her from the memory of the wedding. I told her I only did it to accommodate her wishes while also getting to use our own wedding photos. Sister-in-law hasn't talked to us in a week. My wife's parents are mad at us for upsetting sister-in-law, and while my wife is on my side, she thinks I could have been more mature about it. I don't think I did anything wrong though, and accommodated her already unreasonable request. So, am I the arsehole here? No. 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 Like, ultimately, like, at the end of the day, what else could he do? Like,
Malicious compliance is delicious compliance. I want that on the plaque. Oh, that's perfect.
but yeah, it's like, ultimately, what else could he do? Like, it really was the best option. Like, yeah, I can't see any other clear solutions that, like, didn't involve him, like, going to the trouble of, like, completely photoshopping her to make her look thinner or something. That would be taken as an insult. So there was no winning. Like, because it's like, if they didn't post the photos at all, well, that would be terrible for them. It's their wedding photos. Like, not only do they pay out the arse for them, but, like, it's their special moment. Like, it's their wedding. You don't mess with that. And on the other side of the coin, like, alright, if you don't want to be in the photos, well then, you're not in the photos then. But she's mad she's not in the photos. But she's also mad that she is in the photos. I think she needs to go to a therapist. I think someone's confused.
Hi, Dandy. Have fun lurking. Mwah.
Yeah. Yeah, not the answer. Like, what else could you do? What else could you do?
Something tells me no matter what they did, she'd be pissed about it. So I'd be willing to bet. I think it's more the existence of the wedding photos that pisses her off more than anything else.
Lasty, welcome, welcome.
Alright. Am I the asshole for not driving my neighbour to her hospital of choice, instead taking her to the one which was more convenient for me? I live halfway between Hospital A and Hospital B. Hospital A is maybe 3 minutes less of a drive and is a large hospital, whereas Hospital B is smaller, however still good. My neighbour is pregnant, and yesterday she knocked on my door saying that she'd had complications and needed to go to the hospital, but was unable to drive herself. I said, of course. I was almost ready to leave for work, and Hospital B is on the way, a 4-minute detour. She told me that she needed to go to Hospital A, and I said, sorry, but I'm already cutting it close to being late, and that Hospital A would be a 30-minute detour. Otherwise, I could call her an ambulance to get our other neighbour, elderly without a license, to stay with her. Neighbour said she didn't have the ambulance caliber and reiterated that she needed to go to Hospital A. I apologised, said that I couldn't do that, and after some back and forth, I ended up leaving without her. When I returned home from work, I copped an earful from my neighbour's boyfriend saying that I'm lucky her complications weren't that serious. I should also add, it's not a matter of Hospital A being her primary care for her pregnancy. For that, she goes to Hospital C. She just didn't want to go to Hospital B because it's smaller. TLDR, I didn't give my neighbour a ride in an emergency because she would compromise and consider my own needs for being at work on time. Edit. I was hoping to not have to explain my line of work, but it turns out it is important in this context. I am a support worker. I support clients living with disabilities to attend to their own appointments, keep their routines, etc. So if I was late to work, this would have an impact on the people I work with. I do not work a standard 9 to 5 in an office. I mean, even without context, not the arsehole, but definitely not the arsehole with context. Oh, Jesus, like... if you really need to go to the hospital, let's be honest, you don't care which hospital you're going to. Like, if you need to go to if you need to go to the hospital, then you will go to the closest hospital, the easiest hospital you can get to. Because when you need to go to the hospital, you need to go to a hospital. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. And, like, ultimately, like, either A, she was willing to literally die on that hill, or B, the complications actually weren't that serious, and she knew that. And she was just being fussy. And, like, also, if she really wanted to go to the other hospital, she didn't have ambulance cover, get an Uber. This is 2024. Get an Uber. She could have done that. She could have asked one of her friends. She could have asked maybe a different neighbor. Got in a cab. Could have literally gotten her partner to come home early and take her to the hospital. Most workplaces are quite happy to let you leave early if you're having an emergency to do with a birth. Like, there's so many ways this could have been solved. Like, it's on her. Like, very much not the arsehole. Like, he was willing to take her to a hospital, just not the specific hospital she wanted to go to. Yeah.
Hi, Profane Rose. How are you? Welcome, welcome. And I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Yeah. Absolutely not the arsehole. 100%. Alright. Having a sippy.
Hi, Lex. Welcome back.
Not the arsehole is the winner.
Hello, Asta.
Yeah. Exactly. And it would be one thing as well if, like, that was, like, if the hospital she was going to was, like, specifically, like, you know, say, she had everything set up there. I could understand her insistence in that case. If, like, she had a doctor set up there, like, she had, like, she already paid the bills or whatnot. Like, if she'd actually, like, set it up so that, like, when she was giving birth, she had to go to that hospital. Otherwise, you know, she'd be in massive financial debt or something. Then I could understand. But, like, the kicker is the fact that, like, she's not even a regular at either hospital. Like, the hospital she usually goes to is a completely different one entirely. She was just being fussy. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, if you're having complications and it's serious, you don't have time to be fussy. Is the kitty babies. Asta's wandering around being a cute little kitty, aren't you, buddy? He's licking his face. And Comet is conked out in front of the heater like the beautiful log that she is. Alrighty. Oh, there's pics in the Discord. If I'm nice after stream, I might share some fresh kitty pics. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for not helping my younger sister just because she has cancer? Okay, so before the story, I want to give background. Our dad is a Pacific Islander, and our mum is just white. My sister, 14, and I, 17, were both born in the US. Our parents divorced when I was 6, I think. However, I continued to live with my dad until I was 11, whereas my sister stayed with my mum. I live with my mum now because my dad wanted to move back to the islands, but I didn't want to leave my friends. However, I know much of my family who do still live on the islands and keep in touch with my roots, I guess. This is mostly thanks to my dad. But my sister doesn't. Okay, so on to the story. About 4 months ago, my sister was diagnosed with sarcoma, which is kind of like a bone tissue cancer. She had to go through a lot of procedures and spend a lot of time in the hospital, and I spent a lot of it with her and helping her. And while I don't mind helping her, when she did get diagnosed, my mum expected me to drop literally everything to be there to help her. Meaning if she's at the hospital, I'm at the hospital. If she's undergoing a surgery or stressful procedure, I have to stop everything I'm doing, including school, and sit in the waiting room for support. But all that I could handle, and it was annoying, but whatever. However, recently, the doctors finally decided they wanted to do chemo, and my sister's hair has begun to fall out. She shaved it, but is extremely upset about it, because she really loved her hair.
The other day my mom suggested that I shave my own hair so a wig can be made out of it for her. For reference, my hair goes down to my butt. However, the thing is, you're only supposed to cut your hair when a family member dies. And it's a tradition my entire family, dad's side, upholds. To be frank, I like my hair, and I have no desire to shave it, as I've been growing it out since I was a kid. I explained this to both my sister and my mum, but both were insistent that I should do it, and that a tradition like that is meaningless, especially since my sister might die anyways. I told them no. They both asked several times more, and my sister's even begging. I once again reiterated why I wouldn't, and that asking me was too insulting. Now my sister's upset and saying that I obviously don't care that she's struggling, and I'm not being understanding. However, I have bent over backwards for her, so the fact that she's going so far hurts. But she's also never asked me of anything like this before and is really upset, so I just don't know. Am I the asshole? Just buy a wig. Like, bro, you can go down to your local market and pick up a wig. That's how common they are. Just buy a wig. Like, dude, you do not specifically need a wig out of your sister's hair. You know what? If you really need a wig made out of a family member's hair, maybe your mum should shave. Maybe the mum, she can shave her head and give all of her hair to the sister. She can be the wig if she really wants to. But, like, I mean, it's disrespectful on its own. Like...
Thanks for the raid, 𝐿𝐿 Snoodles flapping his wings in excitement to welcome you to the party. Let's make it a wing-tastic time together.
Hi Raiders, welcome. Hi 𝐿𝐿, and thank you for the follow. FM, oh baby, I really appreciate it. Thank you, welcome. How was stream, 𝐿𝐿? I hope it went fantastically. We are reading r/am I the arsehole stories, and I can in fact confirm that the most recent one is dumb as hell. Oh my god, though. But how's stream? I hope you had a great time. What were you doing, if you don't mind me asking? Were you just hanging out with chat, or were you getting up to some shenanigans? Though, like, for real, if you are, like, absolutely knackered, please just pass the fuck out. I totally get ya. Gotta have that stream of solidarity of passing the fuck out, am I right? Oh, it was your debut! Oh, well, in that case, 𝐿𝐿, happy debut! I hope it went absolutely fantastically. And welcome to the wondrous world of VTubing. Ooh. What type of model were you debuting, if you don't mind me asking? Is it kind of like... I feel like kind of curious. I'm not only a VTuber, but I am a VTuber maker. So, the artist in me is curious. Oh my god. Hi Zayli, how are you? Welcome. But yeah, for real, congrats on your debut, and I genuinely hope it went amazing. Alrighty. Boom. Oh, a deer VTuber, but also a demon. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Very, oh, what's that mean? It's like, shika, 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 tan, tan, tan. Like that. Oh my god. Oh, we love us a good smash or pass, am I right? Yeah, the deer anime. I haven't seen the anime, but I've seen enough hilarious clips from it that, like, I can tell it's great. Alrighty. Sippity, sippity, sip. Okay. Let's see. Am I the asshole for not having my room pristine enough for someone staying with me? An acquaintance and her daughter are couch surfing this summer because they left a toxic situation. I told her that they could stay with me throughout July and August. I told her I wouldn't charge her, but would love one of her handmade dresses. I felt bad for her and wanted to help. My place is a small urban 3-bedroom apartment, and I have 3 kids. I told my friend that she could stay in my daughter's room, and I would put my daughter in the living room.
I also told her that we were purging the closets this summer, and my daughter's room currently had a bunch of boxes in it that I had to move to storage once I finished purging and found some time to move them. My daughter has the largest bedroom in the house, and it's only available space for the boxes. My friend kept changing the date she would be coming, and my daughters continued to sleep in her room. Then the other day, she suddenly announced that she'd be there later that day. So I washed the floors and dusted, put the 7 boxes neatly against the wall, but I didn't have time to make up the bed. I figured I'd give her sheets to do it later. When she arrived, let herself in, and went to the bedroom. I was in a meeting for an hour. When I went to the bedroom to say hello, she wasn't there, nor was any of her stuff. I went to go call her and saw she texted me saying she left because the room was too messy. It caused her and her daughter stress, and she wouldn't be staying with me. Am I the arsehole for not presenting my couch surfing acquaintance with a pristine room to stay in? No. No, like, what? No. Dude, that was a free room. You don't get to be fussy when it's free. Oh, some people. Hi, that tatered my tots. I love your username, oh my god. And and Soul Ethereal, thank you so much for the follows. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mo. Welcome, Soul. Hi, Flame, how are you? Good luck. Good luck, Flame. That is all I can say. Good luck. Genuinely, good luck. Or perhaps break a leg would be a better phrasing. So I've heard if you say good luck, it's actually bad luck. Superstitions are confusing. Oh my god, though. And you're more than welcome. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for admitting my sister taught me how to cook and refusing to teach my step-siblings? My older sister, 26 female, taught me, 16 male, how to cook years ago. Whenever I go to her house, we cook together too. She doesn't speak to our dad at all, and she never met his wife or his stepkids. She always said that she's not a part of Dad's family, but she and I are family, and that feels pretty right. However, I feel like I'm a part of her family, but not Dad's. He just made so many mistakes, and he only owns up to some of them. Some of them happened when our mum was sick, like disappearing for days at a time, and leaving my sister to take over caring for me and for mum. Or like selling a lot of mum's stuff so he'd have more money in the direct aftermath of her death. Or when he invited a random woman into the house after Mum's funeral and very clearly had smacks with her while we were in the house and let the random woman wander around like she owned the place until the next day. He admitted to my sister that he cheated while Mum was dying. I heard him confess to her. But stuff like that are Dad's mistakes. He just didn't have any consideration to us. My sister was like, fuck this, I'm out, 8 years ago, and she said even back then that she'd never come back, which she hasn't. I sometimes cook for myself. I eat at a friend's house a lot too. So the other day I went out to grab some ingredients and I made pasta to bake for myself, and my dad's wife and her kids came home while I was eating. His wife questioned me later in the day and asked where I learned to cook, and I admitted my sister taught me. She told me that it'd be great if I taught her kids. It would give us some bonding time. And I was like, no, I don't want to. She insisted that it would be perfect and a sweet idea. Dad didn't say anything. His wife's daughter said that she really wanted me to teach her and got excited because she saw it as a done deal. When I didn't give in to my dad's wife, my dad's wife told me that I should pass on the big sibling knowledge of cooking, and it's important that I take on an older sibling role with her kids instead of acting like we're strangers. I said, we really are. I told her that I already have a sister and I don't need another or a brother. I also told her that it wasn't my job to be her kid's big sibling. She told me it's selfish to hold out when I had a big sibling to teach me. Am I the asshole? No. No. Like, I feel a bit bad for the kid, I suppose, but no. Like, he doesn't have to teach anyone to cook he doesn't want to. He's also like 16.
Yeah, I know, right, Az? And I'll say, hi, babe. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my model. I made it myself.
Honestly, like, hard not the asshole. Like, bro. Like, bro. No. Like, if he doesn't want to, if he's not comfortable teaching them to cook, then that's just kind of it. Like, if you really want your kid to learn how to cook, then, yeah, like, teach them yourself. YouTube, cookbooks, supervise them. There's so many ways to do it. Hell, if you have money, take them to a cooking class. That's an option as well.
I did. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yep. I drew and rigged it myself. I spent 8 months in the pit for this motherfucker, and it was worth it. Oh my god, like... Yeah. Honestly, Debbie, yeah, I fully agree with where you're coming from, yeah. And it's like... Yeah. Be one of those, if he gives an inch, they're going to take it a mile, definitely. So... feel a bit bad for the kid, because clearly all she wanted to do was just learn to cook. That's it. So she's like, oh my god, I get to learn to cook. That's awesome. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, if he says no, the answer's no. That's really it. Not much else you can do about that. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for posting about my gift maternity box on social media when my stepsister never got one for her son? I recently had my first child. When we were discharged, the hospital sent us home with a quote-unquote baby box. It was a cute little box that can double as a bed and came with a mattress, some baby clothes and other essentials. This caught me off guard because I live in the US. I thought this was only a thing in Finland. Turns out, the country I live in works with a charity that provides these boxes for all expecting mums. I was pretty stoked about this, so I made a post on Instagram showing it off. My stepmom messaged me and told me that I should take down the post a few days later. She said it was in bad taste, because a lot of new mums don't get this perk. She pointed out that her daughter, my stepsister, has been very upset about this. My stepsister did reach out, but her response was like, wow, I had my son. All the hospital sent me was some maxi pads and a bill. Angry face emoji. I didn't down the post because I want to highlight the work that the charity was doing, especially for women in my area who may not be aware of the baby boxes and could really need it. My stepsister sent me a DM telling me to take the post down. She says it's unfair that she has to struggle with a special needs baby, while the other mums can gloat about how being a new mum is awesome. She said that she never got a free box, or clothes, or perfume, like my cousin, and everyone stopped caring since caring one since she had her son with me, my cousin, and all of our other relatives get all the attention. Right now, I'm leaning towards keeping the post up. I don't live in the same state as my stepfamily, but I'm aware of social programs designed to help parents with special needs kids. That, or my sister needs to get help or get counselling. But maybe that's not the best move. Am I the arsehole? No. Like, no.
Hi, Liana. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
No. Like, no. She posted a picture of a box that she got as a gift on her own social media. And that's it. Check your envy, sweetheart, because you're turning green. Like, if you're really that tilted by what OP is posting, maybe unfollow them. We live in a world where, yeah, you know, if you unfollow someone, unless like you're a nuts, it's fine. Like, I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating, but like, yeah, like, it's not a crime to unfollow someone if you're not comfortable with their content. In fact, it's encouraged. Like, if you don't like what someone is doing, whether they're a family member, a friend, an influencer, an artist, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they are. If you follow someone, even if you follow them for a while or for whatever reason, and they start posting stuff that makes you uncomfortable, unfollow them. That's all you need to do. Unfollow them. If you don't want to unfollow them, some social media platforms have a mute option. Mute them. That's all you need to do.
And you don't need to DM them to take down their post. You don't need to go on these massive tirades. So all you need to do, if you don't want to see what they post, then don't. Your feed is yours to control. And, like, I just don't... Such an easy solution. I don't get it. Yeah, if you really hate their content, block them as well. Yeah. Easy. Like, it's almost like the button's there for a reason. Like, come on.
Hi, Sensorian. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Also, how you doing? What station? I hope you're doing wonderful.
Yeah. And it's like, I guess like on that similar tirade as well, like, I've never understood the heavy contention that comes to following and unfollowing. I've mostly seen this specifically on Twitter. But like, it's on other platforms as well, but like, Twitter got on Twitter. And like, I've come across so many like little dramas on Twitter that just have me like going full like, what? Like, I don't, why? This is such a dumb, what? Like, going full like confused. Because it's like, it'll be like people like, doing a full call out post. But the call out is literally influencer stopped following them. End of sentence. Like that's it. That is it. They didn't do anything. They didn't say anything. They just unfollowed them, and that's it. Or the whole follow for follow thing that was going around. Probably still is. Like, why? Like, I don't know. Just, it doesn't click in my brain. It doesn't. I just don't understand. I'll be completely honest. I just don't get it. But like, I see it, and like, I see these massive mountains out of molehills about like famous or relatively popular influencer was following me, and now they don't, and so they post a big call out, putting this person on the spot, and like they've usually like got to like awkwardly be like, you know, like, it's nothing against you personally. I just, you know, like I wanted to clean up my feed, or I just wasn't, you know, interested in your content. Please, and like, you put them on the spot for having the audacity of not following. What? Like, I just, come on. Yeah, like I use Twitter to like peek outside from the rock I live under. Like, I use it for VTuber updates and mostly for like live TV updates as well. Yeah, I keep a pulse on the community, I suppose, and you know, posting my dumb videos. That's mostly what I use Twitter for. And yeah, like, straight up, like, if like, I am very much of the opinion that like, if at any point you just find that you just not that into my content anymore, it is completely fine to unfollow me. That's totally fine. Like, just as if you like my content, I'd absolutely love it if you followed me, 100%. Like, your feed is your own, and kind of like treat it like your house, you know? Like, treat it like your house. Your feed is your own house, and you are well within your right to put whatever you want in your house, and it is not a crime in the slightest if something just gets old and moves on, and that's fine. We can all get these amazing things in our houses, and then like 6 months to a year later going, oh, you know, I don't really want that in my house anymore. I loved it when it was in there. You know, I'm getting something else in my house now. Like, that's fine. That is fine. And like, oh, the follow drama just always blows my mind in the most like confused, like, I'm just confused way. I don't get it. I'm like, just unfollow. It is so simple. It is so simple. Oh my god. Like, this has like the same vibe as like someone getting really mad because they're pulling on a push door and they not reading the sign, and they like getting really mad because they're pulling on a push door, and then they blow up when someone's like, you know, you can push the door, right? Like, it's got that energy, like that kind of like, this could have been solved if you read the sign.
And thank you so much for the follow, Horny Yoyi. I really appreciate it, darling. Thank you. Hi, Mara. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I do, Mafia. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my rig.
Let me tell you, like, some parts of it was a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, mate, yeah. Honestly, like, it's like, I definitely, like, I used to have a friend, who very much had their, like, finger on the pulse of drama. And, like, I've at least learned now enough about emerging from my rock on occasion. I'm at least, like, not as clueless as I used to be. So, like, I at least am vaguely aware what the hell's happening with VTubers these days. But, like, for a long time, like, that friend just, I don't know, I'm convinced they just, like, lived on Twitter or something. Because, like, they always were, like, you know, gossiping on what was going on. And, like, I'd just be there, like, I had no idea any of this was happening. Just, like, nodding, like, ah. Yeah, I had no idea. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad, man. I'm so happy. Honestly, I'm sure your mods are amazing. We love supporting. Yep, Mario. I've always rigged my own models. And drew them, too. Because I'm a cheap bitch. Why spend money when you can suffer yourself? Boom! No, I'm well aware that I'm in a very lucky position to just have happened to already be an artist when I stumbled across VTubing. But, like, let's just say it lined up very well with my cheap bitch tendencies. Have fun lurking, Debbie. Mwah. Oh, that's so sweet, Rin. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, Mafia, you're also a rigger as well. Ooh. Ah. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better, dear Vampy. You always deserve the bestest of vibes. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that, mate. If you think about it, he really is like a free paper, isn't he? It's like, I could pay like $20 a month to like look at the Herald Sun online, or, hey, Dave, what's happening this week? Oh, all of these tragic things are happening. Thanks, Dave. Free paper. Honestly, I will admit, like, when it comes to IRL bullshit, or no, when it specifically comes to bullshit happening at my workplace, my coworker is definitely that person. She is 100, like, she is always, like, finger on the pulse, like, gossiping with different people. So, like, she, like, literally, like, she's, like, the source of any, like, 50% of the information that I know. Like, I would know fucking nothing if it weren't for her, like, essentially being a huge gossip. Because, like, I'm the type of person where, like, I'm not so much a gossip, but I like hearing gossip. So, like, I'm not gonna gossip about you. But if you've got stuff to gossip about, my black hole will happily accept it. Like, this message won't pass on, but I'm storing it. I'm storing it. It's going in my knowledge feedy hole. Very much like, I am not going to snitch. But if you're going to snitch, I'd prefer you snitch to me. Let me get some tea and a comfortable chair. I'm ready. Oh my god, Vampy, I love that. Hey, we believe in equality here, okay? And if that ain't equality, I don't know what is. I know. Oh yeah, I love that. Yes, I'm glad it's going well. Honestly, live 2D is worth it. Like, live 2D is genuinely worth it. My best advice, if you are ever looking to learn how to rig, YouTube tutorials will save your ass. Seriously, follow them.
for your first rig and second, even third. YouTube tutorials. Trust me, if you don't know something, YouTube it. You don't understand. There is some obscure ass shit now on YouTube. Like, you can find a tutorial for almost anything in Live 2D. Like, I can tell you now, half the shit on my current model, I pulled out my ass. Half the shit. Like, I absolutely had no clue what the hell I was doing. I was like, I want these things, and I'm gonna beat it with a stick till it works. And that was very much my prerogative. It's the equivalent of like, what, like, you know, it's like the equivalent of a fashion designer's runway outfit. Like, on the outside, fucking gorgeous. Don't look at the seams. That you will cry. Oh yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, same half of you. Like, even in my current model, like, I have like, yeah, I looked up tutorials for a few of them. Like, I swear, like, there was one model, like, there was one part of the model, it was the 90-degree face turn. So it was this turn here. And I basically had to BS a new method because I don't use standard, like, anime mouth shapes. I've got, like, I use my own style, and of course I have to be special. And my own art style actually is different to your standard. To your standard art style. So, I had to do some bullshit no jutsu. But I do remember with the 90-degree angle, I actually had to, there was only one video tutorial I could find, which was, like, visually clear enough that I could understand what was going on. And, of course, it was in Japanese. Now, I can read kana, but that's got about the same level of legitimacy as someone who can read Sanskrit, text. Or someone who can read, Cyrillic? Is it called Cyrillic? The Russian font. Sure, you can read it. I know that says, Doko wa toire desu ka? Does that mean I know what that means? That is a different question entirely. I mean, yes, I know what that phrase means, of course. But, like, essentially, I can read it out. But I don't actually speak Japanese. I knew, yeah, because I knew you speak Japanese. So I see you know what my reference, yeah. Sadly, that was the first phrase I ever learned in Japanese. Doko wa toire desu ka? And, like, I know it's a very casual way of saying toilet. Like, I know there's a better way to say it, but, like, Doko wa toire desu ka? Migi, hidori, tasukete. Like, sorry, that is like absurdly niche, but like, but yeah, so like, I have like very, very basic Japanese. I'd like to learn more, but I'd like to do a lot of things. But yeah, but like, yeah, like, it was one of those tutorials where it's like, well, I mean, hey, hi, it's an important question to know, okay? Like, oh my god. Try to make slips. Oh no, your secondary school tried to do the triple threat. The guarantee you'll learn nothing. It's like, honestly, in high school, they actually taught me a bit of French. And I don't remember a lot of French. But I do remember, and I've always been like, okay, there's one French phrase that I will never forget, because it might come in handy one day if I ever get to go to France. And it is, je ne parle pas français, je parle anglais. That means I don't speak French, I speak English. And, je suis
𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 Yeah, so,
Je suis meow. Hi, Hagabo Van Van. Thank you for the follow, darling. I appreciate it. And welcome, welcome.
oh my god, yeah, Vampy. Ah, oh my god.
Honestly, Duolingo is like, it's fun for the streak, but like everyone I've ever met who actually speaks the languages they try to teach on it has said, it's great for like flashcards, but fucking terrible for actually learning a language. Like, it's one of those, like, it'll help you remember basics, but like, if you want to actually learn a language, Duolingo is a choice. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch, Eno, I appreciate.
Nom 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 nom. Right, arms in front, over the head, and then, yeah.
Look, Rin, look. I need to greet with love and then smack him with a bruh.
Look, we all have two wolves inside us. One goes, ew ew, and the other goes, bruh. Oh my god, my... Oh yeah, Lasty, you felt that one. They're both gay. Today on the latest ABO fanfic. Anyway, hi Goose Goose. Thank you so much for the follow, darling. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh. Everyone who knows ABO.
Hello there.
Happiness. Suffer alongside me, motherfuckers. Hi, guys. Hi, Nanami, how are you? Oh my god, the truth, am I right?
I mean, it could have been worse.
This is going to be extremely niche. And that niche statement is... we all have two wolves inside us. One is named Javier, and the other is named Lloyd. And if you get it, you get it. I choose the bear. Oh, worth it, worth it, worth it, worth it, worth it. I will go down for this shit. Hi, sweet danger noodle. Thank you for the follow, darling. I really appreciate it, and I love your username as a fellow Snexseed man myself. Who needs a daddy when I can bring you father? Why are you censoring me? I don't deserve this treatment. This is discrimination. I'm gonna take you to HR. Oh no. Oh my god, what are you going to redeem? What are you going to redeem, Lars? Oh my god. Lloyd. There is no HR. Brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad that VTube Studio has a liquefy function. You know, if you've got VTube Studio and you're a VTuber with live 2D, you too can liquefy on command. Play with the effects. It is so worth it. Play with the effects. It is nothing but happiness. You don't understand. It is happiness. Oh, why would you snatch my wig? So cruel.
AITA's a cheeky one, always stirring up some mischief. Snoodle reckons it's in his nature, mate. Keeps things lively around here.
It's Snoodle's fault. I'm innocent. See, I have a halo and everything. So I can't commit any crimes. Because I've got a halo. And why dost thou snatch my wig, motherfucker? So cruel. My. I don't think this is appropriate for the public environment. Unleashing my horns. It's giving I'm just a girl. Hugs and kisses. Oh my god. You know, now I'm tempted to share my masterpiece on stream. You know what? Didn't you guys know that did you know that I am an artist? And today I drew today I drew an absolute work of art. Let me show you my absolutely stunning work of art that I drew today. I don't think I can top it. It is a masterpiece. I call it. Alright, let me just resize. Alright. Okay, I think it's good size. Alright. Let me introduce you to my masterpiece. I call it Lorse. Cause it's a Lloyd horse. I drew this while I was at work, which meant I was getting paid. You like my masterpiece? Nice. Give me an apple. Nom 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 nom. Hi Macaron Timarango. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
welcome, welcome. Oh my god. Oh, come on, Lex.
Lloyd Frontera, Snoodle reckons is the real deal, an absolute legend among snacks. He's got moves smoother than a slither on hot sand, mate.
That's right. Nothing smoother than the laws. All right. Do you want to tell the inspiration for my masterpiece was the most innocent of comments, mixed with a funny gif, and that innocent comment was in a screenshot of Lloyd. He looks like a horse, and then they shared with me a gif of that dating game where it's just the anime boy's head on top of the body of a horse. And then my masterpiece was born. Lolos. Hi, F4, how are you? I plead lorsing around. Look at my... No. Wait, give me a mouse. All right. Look at my loss is amazing. Give it a lick, blam, it tastes just like raisins. I've done my duty. Hugs and kisses, hugs and oh yeah, I'm talking about the horse prince. Yep. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Let's do like, no. Hi, Lament, how are you? Welcome. Did you like my artistic masterpiece? I drew it at work today. I was very proud. Now, can we all at least agree on one thing? The horse still looks better than the horse prince. How many times you say Lloyd for stream? Don't worry, Eisen. I can send you a loss instead. Oh, I would love it forever, dear Wolfie. He's just a loss. I'm just a loss and nobody likes me. I'm just a loss. Oh, come on. Waiting for a prince and his laws to take me away from Chris. Why would you drown me? I've committed no sins. Look. Oh god. Oh, what would be a funny what would be like a funniest song? I don't know, like let's think. Oh, what would be a good one? Oh, my brain's gone blank. Oh my god, Isaac. He was a horse, she was a girl. Cannot make it any more obvious. Abomination deep in this world. Yet you loved him anyway. Her friends were all scared. They said, what the fuck? You can get a real man, you know. She left him alone, and now he was sad. I don't even know what I'm saying. Why would you censor me up? I'm just a skater, Lors. I said, see you later, horse. He wasn't good enough for her. I needed a pretty face and legs that could take me to space. I wanna come back down to earth. I'm just a poor Lors, I got no sympathy. Yeah. I gave an apple to my Lors. Cause with the boots and the fur, the whole Lors looking at her. She in the closet, she in the closet, she on the... And the Lors is like, no, no, no. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh my god, why would you bolt me? I gotta get to Bay hearing now. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. You know I love and adore you, and I'm just sending this. This is how I show my love. This is affection. Ooh. I'm showing you all of my love. Woo woo woo. I would never do anything to make you guys sad. Woo.
Rattle and snakes, X_A_N_A_D_U_. Snoodles got his tiny halo and is believing. There's always a sprinkling of magic and wonder above, mate.
That's me. I'm the magic. No, I'm no demon. I'm an angel. After all, I have a halo, and as such, it proves me innocent. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Oh, dearest Haya, in the most affectionate way possible, you can run. But the Lors can run faster. For he is a Lloyd horse and has 4 legs. Hey, at least I didn't redraw that shot. You know, in the horse prince, that cursed Otome game, there's the shot of like the horse with the human face cabedoning the girl. It could be worse, but it's okay because many of us are artists here, and artists have good imaginations. Enjoy the brain picture. Honestly, the horse prince just... There's something about horse prince's like human head on a horse body that scares my entire soul. Like, that is creepier than the Lors. And the Lors is pretty gross. I'm trying to draw it, damn it. Yeah, you're just sitting at your tablet and you're just like sketching away, like, alright, we're going to draw this. Alright, draw some lines here. Draw a little nose there, a little flick. Draw some teeth here. And, oh, I'm gonna zoom out for... Why did I draw a Lors? Look at that Lors. That Lors is a Well, dearest tater tots, for you, darling, I can be bought. Look at my Lors. My Lors is... As they say in Horseland, Ada, ada, nay.
Lost. Hugs and kisses, cream puffer as well. Got some creepy fingers without ever moving. It's like, you know what? That fits that. I'm behind that theory. Worth it. Am I the asshole? Oh, you can jiggle my titties if I desire. I do have jiggle physics. I heard the people and what they wanted. I am not the asshole. I'm pure and innocent of heart. It will. Jingle jangle. It is. Oh, why you ew? Honestly, y'all can't handle my riz. Ah. What? I'm still trying to draw abs. Am I the asshole for hugs and kisses for telling my mum she was the naive one who expected her husband's son to magically change? I, 22 male, was born deaf and was never a candidate for hearing aids. I was taught ASL, and my mum and others in my family learned ASL too. This is the only way I could ever speak or be spoken to. I don't lip read or anything like that. My dad wasn't in my life, ever. And when I was 9, my mum started dating Tom. Tom had a 10-year-old son, Cole, at the time. It was pretty clear from the start that Cole was unenthusiastic about us and had no interest in learning ASL to speak to me. Tom and Mum decided we should all take family ASL classes and learn together in a fun environment, which the classes they found were. Cole had to be dragged and he didn't take part willingly or eagerly. If anything, he'd intentionally do things wrong or make himself do worse than he would have naturally, so he was asked less. He did eventually take them seriously. My mum believed it was because he had really bonded with me and now gave a crap about communicating with me. But that wasn't it. He had known a kid in school he wanted to talk to who was also deaf. The new guy was his motivation for learning. Cole and I never talked enough for him to be motivated to learn, and he made a lot of mistakes when talking to me, but I noticed that his ASL was perfect with his friend. It always felt weird living with someone who didn't want me around. My mum and Tom believed we'd blended eventually. I think there was some fight when Cole turned 17 and my mum and Tom wanted to go away for a weekend. I remember everyone looked so tense one morning and I was told I'd be going to be staying with my grandparents for the weekend since it wasn't a great idea to leave me home alone when I couldn't hear if something was wrong. My assumption is that they wanted Cole to keep an eye on me and make sure I was okay, and he had let them know that he didn't really care what happened to me. Cole and I haven't seen each other since he moved out. My mum has asked a few times if we've met up or whatever, but I'm always honest and I say no. She finally asked me 2 or 3 weeks ago if things were good between Cole and me, and I told her that she had to have picked up on the fact he never wanted us around and wasn't interested in being good between him and me. She said she really believed that had changed once we got closer, and she brought up how he took ASL more seriously, and I told her it was clearly for his friend, not me. And she was clearly shocked, but brought it up again over the weekend, and she told me that she thought I was very naive to think Cole didn't learn ASL for both, and that him being resistant at first didn't mean he didn't grow to love me. I told her that she was the naive one to expect him to magically change out of nowhere. I told her if she wanted to be married to Tom that badly, it's fine, but she should just accept it wasn't so perfect for me, and her claiming that I'm naive about Cole shows how much she wants to overlook. Mum was not cool with what I said to her. She told me I didn't need to hurt her feelings. Am I the asshole here? No. No, honestly, I think he's just been honest. Like, yeah, a brutal honesty perhaps, but at least to me, that just looks like honest, a hard truth. Kind of like, I mean, I'm sorry, but no, like, oh, that's sad. Yeah, this is just a painful truth, and it sounds like he probably communicated it in the nicest way he could. So yeah, not the arsehole. All right. Am I the arsehole for telling my father-in-law that I don't want the house he bought us? My father-in-law is a generous man, but has what he refers to as the arsehole gene, meaning that he doesn't stop to consider what anyone else wants in many situations. Since my husband and I have been living with my husband's brother, father-in-law decided that when the neighbour's house went on the market for a steal, he'd buy us the house. After consulting with his financial planner, the decision was made to have both father-in-law and my husband on the title/deed to the house. We would pay all taxes and utilities, and when father-in-law passed, husband would inherit the house. Now here's where it gets messy. The house needs a lot of work. Originally, husband and I were going to be responsible for improvements and repairs, so I started meeting with contractors and getting estimates for the work. My husband doesn't know much about home repair or renovation, and I do. My family's renovated multiple old homes. So he's been letting me handle all of the work with the contractors. Even so, father-in-law will not speak directly to me about anything related to the house. My poor husband has to play messenger, telling me what his dad wants to do, then telling his dad that I've actually got it handled, and I want to do something different. The final straw came today when my husband relayed to me that his dad has said that any permanent changes to the house that cost more than $5,000 have to be approved by him. Even if we're paying for them, he wants to sign off on any and all decisions, including tile colours, light fixtures, etc. So I forwarded all of my communication with the contractor we'd chosen, haven't signed anything yet, and said that if he wants to make the decisions, then he can make all of the decisions. He will own the house, we will sign a rental lease when the work is done. He'll have to pass city inspection for rental units and abide by all state and local rental law. Now he's mad, and I'm ungrateful, selfish, and controlling. At this point, I don't even want the house anymore. I'm ready to take the cat and go stay with my brother, but I don't actually want to leave my husband. I'm just sick of catering to his dad's whims. One day later. Thanks for the gut checks, guys. I read through most of your comments, although I didn't reply to most of them. I realise how incredibly privileged we are to be in this position. I never had any intention of doing any work on the house without father-in-law's approval, but we've already discussed what we were going to do, and he agreed that I should go ahead and find a contractor. Then, he changed the rules. I had dinner with my mother-in-law, divorced from father-in-law last night, to commiserate about what a butthead he can be. She gave me some good advice on dealing with him. The bottom line is that we are not going to put a single cent into a home unless we both have a legal stake into it. Yeah, that's fair. But ultimately, I'd say not the arsehole, honestly. Thank you for the follows. It's Milani and Peachy the Peach. I appreciate it, darling. Thank you. And welcome. Hi, Serena. Thank you for the love and good morning. Hi, Jeannie. But yeah, like... Hi, Zinley. It's Annie. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And welcome. Yeah, like... Yeah, a bit privileged maybe, but like... That's not crime per se. Not the arsehole. You're well within your right to say no, of course. But like, yeah, just... Yeah, pretty easy not the arsehole, really. I guess it's like a very... It's the kind of situation that's difficult to relate to. When you're not in a position where you can get a free house. But like, yeah, it's a very privileged place to be, and it's, you know, it's hard to put myself in their shoes, I'll be honest. But yeah, like, honestly, Maya, I think you've put it perfectly. Being offered a house is a very privileged place to be, but that doesn't mean you have to take the in-law shit, yeah. 100%. That's probably the perfect way to phrase it, really. Like, yeah, no, like, ultimately, like, very privileged, hard to relate to, but at the end of the day, like, I think we're all familiar with, like, either shitty family members, shitty in-laws, or at least we're all at least familiar with the concept of them, because if we haven't had them ourselves, we've certainly known someone with them.
So, like, yeah. With that in mind, no one deserves to have to deal with that kind of crap. And ultimately, he's the one flip-flopping on all his decisions to be a bit of a twat. So, that's on him. If he really wants the house, he can put his full stake into it, honest. But, yeah. Yeah, I'd say not the arsehole. It's kind of one of those sticky distance situations.
Hi, tiny oversized hoodie thief.
Oh, I love your username, oh my god.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, and welcome, welcome.
Alright.
Am I the arsehole for lying to my mum about my age? How off the pulse is your mum? This happened a year ago. I, 18 male, was at her house when her new husband said I should drop out of my private school since he couldn't pay for private school for his sons, and it isn't fair that I have more opportunities for them. I told him it isn't fair that I have always had to cook for them every time I visit when he and mum are the adults. He quickly turned to my mum and complained about how going to an international school has westernized me and made me disrespectful of my elders. My mum then turned to me and said that I should ask my dad to withdraw me. I was really mad and told her that she doesn't get a say since I was already 18. I wasn't though, I was only 17, but knew that she often gets my birth year wrong and had to be corrected several times. When I turned 18 yesterday, she realised I lied to her and said I should have just talked to her nicely instead of making a fool out of her. So am I the arsehole here? No. That's an easy one. That's an easy one right there. No. Like, if you can't remember your kid's age, something's wrong. Easy, not the arsehole. Like, if it's your child and it's your child and you don't know how old they are, and it's like they are still like a teenager, there is something wrong. Yeah, sure. When they're like adults, like 25 plus, let's be honest.
Putting this out there now, ideas. After 25, we barely remember our own age anymore. Like, you hit that point where you're like, how old am I? What year was I born in again? Alright, the year is 24 plus 5. Yeah, I think I'm 29. Like, you kind of like, you hit that point where it's just like, after 25, like, it all kind of gets blurry. And, like, it's the same with your siblings and the rest of your family. You're just like, oh, fuck, I've got to do math. I can't remember when they were born. Oh, my God, my thing's frozen. Give it a moment. Wait, up. YouTube Studio. What the? Shoes? Yeah? What the? Oh, no, am I moving? That's really weird. Alright, I mean, if I'm moving, I'm moving. Alright. I kid you not, like, OBS is, like, frozen for me, so I'm like, what's going on? Oh, well. If it's working, it's working. That's all that matters. Oh, my God. Yeah, honestly, like, the amount of times I'm like, oh, I'm older. No, wait, I'm not. Yeah, like, literally, like, my view is, like, I've, like, frozen on OBS, but, like, I've looked down, I was like, oh, no, my stream view is still moving. Ah, well, if I'm still moving, sweet, awesome, everything's working, except for OBS, apparently. It's 11:30. You don't get brain cells at 11:30. Oh my God. Yep, exactly, Zanny. Yep. Like, I'm all for respecting your elders, but, like, to an extent, like, there's respecting your elders and then kissing their ass, and, or, like, respect your elders, respect your youngers, respect, like, people your age. Just respect people. But, like, you don't have to go around licking bum cracks either. Like, yeah. Maybe that's just, like, the massive, like, individual in me. Being, like, you know, triple question mark, but, like, yeah. Also, did yours do the same as well? Oh my God, so it's just OBS being OBS. Yeah, it's 11:30.
Hi, Kenji13408. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And welcome.
Gotta admit, chat, I am starting to actually feel a bit drowsy. Ugh. I will read one more story. This will be the last story of the night. And this story is, am I the asshole for not giving my sister who eloped as generous a gift as my sister who had a traditional wedding? My parents had me when they were really young. Are still together now and had more kids. My sisters Katie and Jess later on. I'm 15 and 17 years older than them respectively. Because of the age gap, we didn't really grow up together, and sometimes I feel more like an uncle than a big brother to them. I've been fortunate in my career to do relatively well, and I've typically been pretty generous with them when it comes to things like birthdays, Christmases, and graduations. My sister Katie got married 2 summers ago and had your typical traditional wedding. I guess around like 125 people were there. It was very nice, definitely not cheap. I don't know how much they spent, but I know my parents and her husbands only were able to contribute for about half the cost. The rest was my sister and her husband paying for it. They were super cool and let me and my wife bring our 2 kids, even though I later found out the venue charged the same for kids as adults for the food and everything. It meant a lot, and I didn't want their inclusion to be a burden, so my wife and I gave them $500 as a wedding present to cover our plates, plus a little bit extra. My sister Jess, on the other hand, has always been a bit more low-key. When she got engaged, she told us all that she'd likely elope, and nobody tried to convince her otherwise because it made sense for them. They aren't flashy and have always seemed pretty frugal. Definitely not the types to throw a big wedding costing tens of thousands. They announced a couple of weeks ago that they eloped in the mountains with just them and the necessary witnesses. I was happy for them and didn't feel like I missed out on anything. I've been to enough weddings that I don't have FOMO and just happy that they had what felt right for them. Since they didn't have a wedding, I didn't think to get them a wedding present because, no wedding. But they did just go under contract on their first home together, so my wife and I got them a $100 gift card to Home Depot. I remember when I first bought my first home, and there were a lot of home improvement stuff, and I made about 100 trips there, so I thought it'd be a good, nice gift. Apparently she asked Katie what they got for their wedding, and she told them, and now felt a certain way about our gift to them. She made a comment about feeling like their marriage wasn't respected enough because they didn't throw a big party, and said it felt like I was showing favoritism. I told her I have given Katie more because she hosted my whole family, and I know how expensive that is having paid for my own wedding. Jess kind of just rolled her eyes and walked away after that interaction, and we haven't talked about it since. This was this past Sunday. I thought it would be understood that the situations were just different, and it's unreasonable to expect the same generosity when you don't give any generosity, aka hosting and feeding people, by not having a traditional wedding and not inviting us to celebrate with them. Maybe I'm wrong though, so I wanted some neutral opinions. Am I the arsehole here?
Hi, Poison Pocky. Hi, Milani.
How are you guys? Welcome.
Thank you, Milani. I'm glad you like my model.
I'm DIY, baby.
I appreciate, thank you. Ooh, and I do hope you have a wonderful day from here. Kick work or school's ass. Oh yeah.
Hi, Tiger. How are you? And thank you for the love. Mwah, it's lovely to see you. How are you? Welcome.
But yeah, definitely, I'd say not the arsehole on this one, just because of circumstance. Like, OP made it pretty clear that, they picked what they did for a reason. They gave the others $500 because they went out of their way to, pay a lot of extra money for the whole family to go eat there. If anything, you could almost argue that what they were doing was they were giving them a $100 wedding gift and then paying for them to eat. You can kind of argue that. So, regardless, a gift's a gift. And, yeah, I kind of agree that, when it comes to eloping, if you elope, you are more than welcome to. Of course. Some people, it just really suits. And that's awesome. You can have a traditional wedding. You can have a non-traditional but still an event wedding. You can elope. You can do whatever you want. That's the great part about events. If it's for you, YOLO that shit. However, I do agree that if you're just going to elope with your partner, you shouldn't be expecting wedding gifts. Appreciate them, of course. But it's it's kind of similar in that, if you don't throw a birthday party, it's not fair to expect birthday gifts. If you get them, it's awesome. But, if you're not really doing anything for it, apart from like, you know, close family members and stuff, that's different. But like, and when I say close, I mean like your intermediate, like your immediate family. But like, generally, if you're not really like hosting an event, most you'll get is like a card, and that's fine. That's a card, or in this day and age, a Facebook post. But like, that's fine, and it's a bit similar to that. It's kind of that whole like, if you're going to host an event, people will generally, you know, feel grateful, and since they're going to the event, there's kind of that social stigma to bring a gift. But if you're just going to elope, you know, you and your partner, that's fine. Yeah, you shouldn't really expect to give. So it's, yeah, it's very much like not the arsehole. It's a bit unfair that she tried to pull like comparison when like it doesn't compare at all. But yeah, I'd say not the arsehole. And you kidding? If I went to the mountains with like my metaphorical partner, eloped, and I don't know, did mountain things. As you can tell, I am absolutely a mountain person by all of my alabaster skin and Twinkie ass arms. But like, but yeah, so like, yeah, if I did that, I wouldn't expect anything personally. I'd just be like, nah. I'll always accept freebies though, because it's like, I'm a cheap bitch. I'm a cheap bitch and I like prezzies. So like, I will always accept presents, always. But I won't expect it.
Hi, Sariana. Thank you, and welcome. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a silly angel man.
Now, we all know these abs have been painted on. Kronos, my fellow Lloyd enjoyer, how are you, darling? I hope you're doing well. Come not again. I mean, hey, you know what they say. You know what they say. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to loss with you again.
Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. You know I adore you. You know you the best. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. You're doing well, Kronos, and welcome.
Oh my god. I mean, hey, Sarah, if you do choose to make it an emote, I will make it an emote in the Discord. Like, honestly, no, not a link fresh, but honestly, if I say I will cackle into the sun.
Hi, Jack Gammett. How are you? Welcome, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Warlords the musical.
Yeah, and it's just like chat, like trying to murder me as I ride away on my horse.
Oh my god. I'm glad you're chilling. Hell yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate.
Wait, let me see if I can just like. Let's do it. No, wait, no. Alright, maybe I just do this. Oh.
Hey!
Alright, OBS has stopped being weird. That was weird. Oh my god.
Hi, son. How are you? Welcome. And I'll have you know that I'm not an elf. I am an angel. I have an halo and everything. See?
Look, I'm just one of those motherfuckers who gave myself elf ears because it's aesthetic. It's almost worse, isn't it? Like, you know, all of those, like, you know how, like, I don't know if I'm the only one of those, but I've noticed like a lot of like demons, like demon VTubers, a lot of demon VTubers, a fair few angel VTubers, a lot of like a lot of elves. I mean, vampire VTubers. I've noticed a lot of them have elf ears. I've noticed it's just a common theme, and I think the one thing we all have in common is the fact that it's a Yas Queen aesthetic, bruh. Elf ears so pretty, and also like, dude, elf ears. You know what you can do with elf ears? You've got more space for jingle jangle. Look at that shit. These are a dominant gene. Hey, we gotta think of practicality. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kronos. I appreciate it. Thank you. And officially, welcome to the Uncanny Valley. Oh my god. Never. Oh my god. Alright, let me Hey, you gotta have the aesthetic, right? Let's see, what else have I got in here aesthetic? Oh yeah, here's some aesthetic. Wait. Yes, bitch. I call this look aesthetic tars. Look, there's just something about like wearing necklaces that like makes you look like 10 times more aesthetic. Alright, I'll put my clothes back on. Ah, imagine. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So bathing by the pool, and as you're innocently bathing, a lorse comes to drink. Eh? I'm just thinking. I mean, okay, that would actually look pretty neat, bathing by a pool. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Look. We can blur the horse in the background with the lens blur, yeah? Why would you dunk me? Why would you dunk me? I don't deserve this moist torment. Why would you moisturize my skin with thy wetness? I do not deserve to be moistened. This is cruel, unusual punishment. Those were words in a certain order. Look, English is an absolutely fascinating language, and it is very fun to play with it. Oh yes, Tops. Let me introduce a dream scenario. You, General you are covered in the brown, and it is time to free yourself from the particles across thy skin. So you take yourself into the metal contraption and moisten thyself in the falling hot wetness until you are particle free. God, I'm just saying have a shower because you stink, bruh. Why would you dunk me? Why would you dunk me? Honestly, at this point, I'm just convinced y'all want to moist me. So mean.
I'm just like imagining like most people hopping in the shower and then just shower just be like, okay, and then just getting an air humidifier and just trying to step inside. It's like, all right, I suppose this is the way it is now. Into the humidifier we go. Run, lasty, you in shower sights. Escape. The great moist schlong is gonna get you.
Because if you think about it, you could probably argue that a hose could be considered a great moist schlong. You're welcome. Hey.
Oh, come on. It works, right? You know, because it's long and floppy and wet, and it's got a head that spits liquid. I mean, technically, I'm just talking about a hose, bro. Oh God, y'all the dirtiest fools. I'm just talking about a hose, honestly. You're ruining my drink. Hi, Mars. How are you? Welcome. I mean, if you'd like, I can show you a man drawing. Technically. Man is a part of the drawing. Your warm titty juice. I hope you are enjoying it. Are you mixing it with dirty beans? Going back to stream. I'll be nice. After all, I would never commit a sin, not in the slightest. There's not a single sin that comes out of my mouth. Honestly, I'll be. Oh, do you imply that there are cursed words in my speech? There are none at all. Hi, Ghosty. I hope you had a wonderful rest. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything at all. No. This is a wholesome chat. This is a very wholesome, just two-way chat. We're all just talking about. No, there's nothing flashing. What are you talking about? No, don't take away my boxes. Well, you did. All right, I'll stop tormenting chat. I'll give chat what it wants. My masterpiece. But please be resting and taking care of yourself. Ultimately, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. I appreciate it. It's so much worse than I remember. Oh my god, Lloyd on a loss. That would be so funny. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. Stretch. Arms in front, up over the head, and I appreciate the time check. Thank you. Mwah. It's the worst time to sleep. I suppose it probably is. It's nearly midnight. I suppose I can be good. Touch me with your tainted hugs and kisses. Are you implying my hugs and kisses are tainted? Rest assured, I'm only giving hugs and kisses with my head mouth. And not anywhere else. Though if you completely argue, a tainted kiss, would that be a fart? Asking for a friend. I know it's crass, but like, technically. Words are hard. I really hate English now. Yeah, all right. I think I deserve that one. I'll take the L. I think I've earned that one. I can admit when I've sinned too hard. All right, yeah, I'm definitely starting to like get tired, so I'll stop tormenting you with my half dead. Oh, don't you like my extremely radical and uber elite communications? Skibbity. Riz. Just, no, just no. Alright, I'll be good. Okay, yeah, I'm like, my brain is starting to melt from like sleep deprivation. Look, Mars, I'm trying to be hip, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, I believe like the skibbity means no. So, in that hot Alpha Zuma language, let me introduce you to some skibbity riz. Okay, all right. Anyway, all right. I'll find someone to raid. I'll find someone. I'll stop trying to be cool. I know my place. All right, let's find a target. Let's find a target. All right, let's see. Let's see. Have any squares? Maybe. Alright, so I'm having a glance-a-rooney. Let's go with this person. He seems violently Australian. Hi, Nix. How are you? Welcome. Oh my god. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining me for my stream tonight. All of my silly ha-has aside, it's a damn right joy to hang out with you guys every time. I appreciate you guys. All the hugs and kisses in the most genuine, affectionate way possible. Yes, we got lots of fun stories. Don't worry, I'll pass you on to an Australian. Alrighty, so. Alright, I'll probably do a stream ending, so I'll stop tormenting you guys. Okie dokie. Alright. Alright, so with that being said, let's see. What am I doing tomorrow? Okay, so tomorrow night, so my next stream will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. AEST, so take your current time minus 4 hours, and we're going to be streaming some more Obey Me, so that'll be nice and fun. So if you like yourself some fun dating game shenanigans, we are going to hang out with the Demon Boys once more. So yeah, that will be tomorrow. But yes, apart from that, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I've had an absolute banger and a baller of a time hanging out with each and every one of you. You're all absolutely fantastic. Sending all the love and affection in the world and sliding losses into your DMs. Alright, let me actually do the raid. Alright. We are going to be raiding a creator by the name of Croc. And I love how his user is Croc. Like, that is the most Australian username I think I've seen on this site. Sorry. Most Australian I've got to use the accent. Because oh, come now. No, I'll be nice. Besides, I don't need to send Lawson to your DMs. He'll be in your nightmares. And that's as close to your heart as he can get. But yes, for real though, hope you all have an absolutely amazing evening, morning, noon, or night. Thank you once more for joining us. I appreciate all of you. And follow my socials if you feel like it. And for some completely shameless shilling, the Rogue link on my profile for Rogue Energy has a 30% off discount until Saturday. So if you want cheap shit, get your coupons. I'll stop bugging you guys. But yes, have a lovely night and rating in 3. Oh, I need to set that up. I haven't set that up yet. I'm too lazy. Oh my god. I'm gonna set that shit up. But yes. 3, 2, 1. Night night. Dream of loss because he'll dream of you. Mwah!